We are live. We are live. I hope we are live. It looks like the watch party, Nittany Lions versus the Gophers. And I don't think our game will be on ABC for a while. So hopefully this Texas-Oklahoma State game finishes up. But welcome to Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Pflugar. Watch party. We've been doing these Gopher watch parties since the start. Michigan State game, the Gophers won, and then Purdue, Illinois, the Gophers lost. So we're 1-2 and watch party, Gopher watch parties. Let me know if everything's working. Just give me a clue on the. It looks like it's working. I'm going to wait for everyone to get into the chat room, starting a little early this evening. Game starts at 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Central Time. However, unfortunately, this Oklahoma State-Texas game is not going to finish up for a while. They'll probably kick us to an ESPN app or something. I don't know. This game's been going on forever. There's still 8 minutes to go. Kickoff for the Gophers is in 35 minutes. Athen Clackamas is starting. Athen Clackamas, the future of the Gophers for the quarterback position. Well, that future is now. It starts tonight. His first start in Happy Valley in a whiteout. I do not like our chances. Here in the Gopher by the Grace of God studio. Mr. Crunch is in the house. Hi, Mr. Crunch. Hope you're doing well. I hope you all buckled up because it could be a very long night, but it's the start of something, right? It's the start of the Greek Rifles era at University of Minnesota. A 4-star recruit. He's a redshirt freshman. Just hold on one second here. I'm going to have to change something. Okay, we got to just turn that on. There we go. Let's see if that worked. Yep, that worked. Okay, yeah, 4-star recruit out of the state of Illinois. The Gophers, there was a huge recruiting war for Athen. Huge recruiting war. And the Gophers won out. And they got what they considered the second best quarterback in the Midwest in that recruiting class. J.J. McCarthy was the top quarterback in the Midwest in that recruiting class, and we all know that he went to the University of Michigan, and he's lighting it up here. But so we'll see what happens. Tanner Morgan, reported by Andy Greeter, is definitely out for the game. Out for the game. Thank you, Mireya. Mireya, the moderator, the wife, the little general of your humble host and the moderator of this YouTube channel, says everything looks good. Thank you, Mireya. Tanner Morgan is out. So it's not, we're not looking at a case where if Athen Clackamas, the Greek Rifle, does poorly to begin the game and we bring in Tanner Morgan. That won't be the case. It will be Athen, it will be Cole Kramer, possibly Jacob Knuth from South Dakota, who's a true freshman third stringer, what have you. But this is the Greek Rifles. His era begins now. He's the heavy favorite to be the starting quarterback of next year. Let me. I've seen him practice. I've been to the Gophers practices. He's about 6'5". He's put on some weight this year. His skill level is high, right? His throwing ability, He has a very strong arm. He throws the ball a lot harder than Tanner Morgan, has a lot more zip. He can throw the ball when he doesn't need both of his feet underneath him to throw a good tight window, a ball in a tight window. He can throw on the run. He can run. He's a tall, lengthy kid, but once he gets going, he chews up a lot of yards in a short amount of time. However, and you knew there was going to be a however. However, from what I've seen and from what I've heard, just like all young quarterbacks, so I'm not being tough on the young man. It's just, we got to be honest here, peek around the corner. His processing the field isn't all that quick. So, his first start, sold out stadium, Happy Valley. It's a whiteout at night, prime time. Just an unbelievable, difficult way to start your college football career. He's getting thrown into the very deep end of the pool, and the Sharks are circling. So what do the Gophers need to do besides pray for a miracle? What do the Gophers need to do? Well, just like last week when we talked about it, they need a special teams play or a defensive play that gives them some easy points to start this game. They can't just rely on Mo Ibrahim, and you definitely can't rely on the redshirt freshman quarterback. You've got to make a play, a scoop and a score, a pick six, some short fields. You need a turnover early, a special teams play to get the Gophers, keep them in the game. And from my humble opinion, put your comments down in the comments section. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how nervous you are, Gopher fans, or if any Nittany Lions fans come in here. Another thing they have to do is they have to let Athen just throw that football deep downfield. These teams creep up on us as the game goes on because Tanner Morgan doesn't have a strong arm, and if you get him to move a little bit in the pocket, he definitely doesn't have a strong arm. We have to just take shots downfield to get Penn State's secondary on their heels a little bit. But what's so scary about this game is Penn State's defense is their secondary. Their secondary is fantastic. Joey Porter Jr., Athen, the Greek rifle, don't even look that way. Don't look towards Joey Porter. Just go somewhere else with the football. So the Gophers are going to have to run that ball. They need a scoop and a score. They need a defense or a special teams touchdown to stay in this game early. All right, let me know what you think. I am quite nervous. Mr. Crunch, everyone here on campus is only worried about the hockey game against North Dakota tonight. I've seen very few people talking about the big football game. Crunch also thinks we lose by 21 tonight. That's in reason. 21 points. No doubt about it. I feel a sense of gloom and doom tonight. Gloom and doom. And yes, Gopher fans, big win against North Dakota yesterday. More of them are more concerned. Ooh, touchdown? No. I'm watching the Texas-Oklahoma State game here. Hopefully this finishes up soon so we can see the start of the Gophers game on Channel 5, because I don't want to monkey around with ESPN app or whatever to try to get the start of the Gophers game. Yeah, a lot of Gophers fans are more concerned about North Dakota Gopher hockey game. Great legendary rival. North Dakota versus Minnesota hockey. Number one team in the Minnesota Golden Gophers men hockey team. He pulls that field goal. Geez, I hope this game doesn't go into overtime. This is gloom and doom here in Gopher by the Grace of God Studios. Minnesota Gopher men's hockey, number one team in the country, ranked number one against number 7 North Dakota. 34, 5 minutes to go. Hopefully Oklahoma goes down the field, scores, get this game over so we can get Gophers Nittany Lions national television ABC Sports. The scores of today's games. A little bit of a shocker in Big Ten football. Let's take a look at that while we wait for the Gophers Nittany Lions. Big Ten football. Ohio State 54, Iowa 10. Of course, that's not the surprise, but I think there's a lot of drama building in Iowa City. They have to get rid of their offensive coordinator, the son of the head coach, friends. Something has to be done, or just clean house. If the head coach isn't willing to fire his offensive coordinator, his son, then clean house. After 20-some years, they've had great success, Kirk Friends. But the change needs to happen in Iowa. That program is in a tailspin. It's not looking any better for next year in the recruits, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Iowa gets pummeled. Rutgers, 24-17 over Indiana. Wisconsin, 35, Purdue 24. Purdue still has that inside. They're 3-2 in the Big Ten. If they defeat Illinois in the middle of November, Purdue still has the inside track for the Big Ten title. But Illinois, Purdue still are the favorites. But Wisconsin's win over Purdue muddles it up a bit. Gophers can get back in the race. That's a big first down for Oklahoma State. Get down there and win this game. Let's go to the Gophers Nittany Lions. That muddies the field a bit. So if the Gophers can pull a huge upset tonight, they can get back in this race. Big Ten West race. Big win for the Badgers. And Purdue's fans have to be very disappointed in that effort in Madison. Maryland 31. Northwestern 24. Maryland scores a late TD, wins the game. Maryland's going to get to a pretty good bowl game this year. With Michigan State falling off, I'm sure the Terrapin fans are rooting for the Gophers to upset the Nittany Lions tonight. So that's the scores in the Big Ten. Let's go look at the scores in the top 25. Top 25. Oklahoma State, Texas. We can see that on 34-34. Alabama, Mississippi State. There is no score. Tennessee wins big over UT Martin. Clemson in a comeback victory over Syracuse, 27-21. Once Clemson Tigers defense got going, that game was over. Late in the fourth quarter, Syracuse Orangemen's offense could not get anything. They couldn't get any first downs. And here's a surprise. LSU, 45, Brian Kelly. That quarterback had an amazing game today. Defeat Ole Miss, 45-24. Look at the stats for Daniels, the quarterback of LSU. 21 of 28, 248 yards, 2 touchdowns. He runs for another 121 yards, 3 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns in total for Jaden Daniels. He still has one more year for LSU. Brian Kelly, big win. The one thing I had against LSU to begin the season, I thought Jaden Daniels was going to get hurt. He did get hurt. He had to miss a game. He did miss a game, and they lost that game. But he was able to come back because they run him so much, and he's a frail, thin guy. So at any moment, the guy could go down again, and LSU would be in big trouble. But right now, they're thriving. The guy, going into this game, he had 10 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1,500 yards. Tremendous quarterback for Brian Kelly. I do not like Brian Kelly. Can't stand the guy. But he can coach. He can coach. What is my score? What is my prediction for Penn State Gophers? It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good, I can tell you that. My final prediction score is Penn State 34, Gophers 17. 34-17 Penn State. That's my prediction. The good news for the Gophers and the Gopher fans, good news for PJ Fleck, is my predictions have been lousy this year. That might be a touchdown. Touchdown, Oklahoma State, with 3 minutes to go. Hopefully they can stop Texas quickly here, and let's end this game so we can see Gophers, Nittany Lions on ABC. Please, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe to our channel. Smash that like button. It helps us with the algorithm so much. Appreciate it. And share the video with your family and friends. We're settling in to watch Gophers, Nittany Lions. I'm going to share this video right now, so give me a second. Going to share it on Twitter. So hopefully the Oklahoma State Cowboys can stop the Longhorns right now, so we can watch the game on ABC. Okay, thank you for that. Let's go, Cowboys defense. Shut these guys down. Shut them down. Let's go. Let's go. Gary's in the house. Partridge is in the house. Gary, we are Penn State. Thanks for joining us, Gary. Our Nittany Lions peek around the corner. Number one Nittany Lion fans in the house. We are Penn State. They're going to be chanting that in the stands. It's white out. Woo! Gary, what is your prediction? What is your predictive score? Give me what you think is going to happen. Tanner Morgan, if you have not heard, quarterback of 45 consecutive games, starting quarterback of the Minnesota Golden Gophers for 45 straight games, is out for tonight. He suffered a concussion. He suffered an injury last week against Illinois when he got punched in the side of the helmet as he was going down. The defender was trying to punch the ball out for a fumble, but just rocked him. The head snapped, the neck snapped, taken out of the game. Of course, the Gophers got no targeting penalty. We don't get, for whatever reason, if you're wearing a Gopher uniform, you do not get a targeting call, and my bitterness is coming out. But it is so true. So he has not been able to recover. He was very doubtful going into yesterday. And today he's been ruled out. So Athan Clackamanus, first start, redshirt freshman. His skill level is pretty high. His processing skills, I don't think are what we need at this point. He's still learning the game, still learning the college game, but he's got really good physical skills. So he's the complete opposite of Tanner Morgan. He is the complete opposite of Tanner Morgan. Gary, Nittany Lion fans, predicts 37-13 Penn State. 37-13. I've got 34-17, so we're pretty close. 34-17 Penn State. Okay, we got a second down here. Let's go. Let's close this game up. I'm not going to ESPN app or whatever. So you guys got to let me know what I'm missing if the Gophers game doesn't get started here soon. I guess I'll just put on... There's a long run by Ewers, but there's a flag. Please call holding. Please call holding on the Longhorns. Okay. Oh boy, a little bit of excitement. I have excitement. Well, first of all, I always have excitement when the Gophers play. Remember, we only get 12 of these every single year. That's college football. This isn't NBA where you get 82 games, or the NHL, or Major League Baseball, 162 games, or even the NFL that has a longer regular season that's been stretched out to 17. We only get 12 of these. We're only guaranteed 12 of these a year. So every single game is exciting if you're a true fan of college football in your team. And of course, as you know, I'm a big Gopher guy. I'm a Gopher. So, and of course, Gophers, we do not win. We do not, we haven't won the Rose Bowl in my lifetime. We're never contended for the national championship. But every game is important. But tonight, there's excitement. That Athens-Clackamas era begins tonight. And there's also doom and gloom. Doom and gloom. Because that Penn State secondary, they are legit. You can run on them a little bit, I think. Gary, let me know if I'm spitting out truth here. I think, but we couldn't run the ball last week. And the Gophers always are able to run the ball. So, a little bit of doom and gloom. 3rd down and 22. 3rd down and 22 for Texas. Hopefully this game wraps up very shortly. Well, let me show you a picture. That's what it looks like in Penn State Stadium right now in Happy Valley. There's the whiteout for you. Look at that. That's what redshirt freshman, first start, Athens-Clackamas, the Greek rifle out of the state of Illinois, his very first start, really any meaningful playing time at all. And he's got to go against that. Unbelievable. Yeah, doom and gloom. Sorry, everybody, but doom and gloom is filling this studio right now. That is, I'm intimidated, and how many hundreds of miles am I away, and I'm not playing this game. Stop him. Oh. Okay, I'm watching that Texas game. I'm rooting for that game to get over. Doom and gloom is settling in as you look at that picture. Whiteout. Look at all those. Look at that. Look at that jam-packed stadium. All wearing white shirts, waving those white pom-poms. I hope my wife Medea sees this picture right now. Look at that. Prime time. I mean, it's fun. It's great. This is college football. This is why we love to watch the sport. But my goodness, as a Gopher fan, it's doom and gloom as we row the boat. Row the boat. Okay, 4th and 8. Let's get off of that. 4th and 8. Hopefully Sean Clifford has a bad game. He has bad games once in a while. Is he even playing tonight? Gary, let us know if Sean Clifford's even starting tonight. Woo! 4th and 8. Come on, Oklahoma State. Stop him here and let's get to the Gopher game. Gopher game is starting at 6:44. They just announced it. 6:44. Picked off by Oklahoma State. Let's kneel down. Let's get to the Gophers-Lions game. Let's go. Let's go. See that? Gophers, baby. Let's go. Row the boat. Let me hear you out there. Gophers. Big loss by, and here's what we were talking about before. Here's the report. Updated news. Tanner Morgan is out versus Penn State on Saturday. PJ Fleck said on KFan Morgan's involvement in early warm-ups was part of the quarterback going through concussion protocol. Fleck also comments on first-time starter Athan Kalakamanis. Here we go. The Greek rifle. His era begins tonight. Got to rely heavily on Mo Ibrahim. But we got it. Gophers have got to throw the ball downfield. Take your shots. Utilize the guy's great. He's got a strong arm. He's got a rifle. That's why his nickname is the Greek rifle. Just utilize it. If he throws an interception, who cares? Get Penn State thinking about having a guard the deep post so we can get some hopefully successful slant passes in, because that seems to be the only pass we Gophers throw. Tony's in the house. Gary says, as far as I know, Clifford is starting. Well, hopefully he makes a few errors. He makes a few mistakes. He did in 2019 when the Gophers beat the Nittany Lions, when they both went in that game, I think 8-0 or 9-0. Tony, who hates Iowa? We all hate Iowa. Minnesota. Iowa Hawkeyes lose big to Ohio State. I'm telling you, Tony, Mr. Crunch, and every other Gopher fan that's in the chat. Gophers better win the Pig of Rosedale this year. That has to come to Minneapolis. That has to come to Dinkytown. The Pig of Rosedale has to come home to Minnesota. If we can't beat Iowa this year, look, we may only score 6 points, but there's no way the Hawkeyes should score 7. The over and under the Gopher Hawkeye game will probably be about 35 in Vegas. What's going on here? Come on, let's get this game going. Texas got 2 more timeouts. Gary, not a fan of Iowa, but I only hate Ohio State. In Minnesota, one of the famous chants, one of the famous Gopher chants is, who hates Iowa? We hate Iowa. Half the stadium chants, who hates Iowa? The other says, we hate Iowa. At basketball games, everywhere. Wrestling meets. Anytime Minnesota, Iowa play. I know that sounds harsh. It's all in good fun. Even when the Gophers are playing, Ball State at home, let's say, football game. When people are leaving the stadium, walking down the steps, that chant breaks out. Who hates Iowa? We hate Iowa. But this year the Gophers have to bring the Pig of Rosedale home. Just has to. Has to happen. Again, please smash that like button. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so. If you want to donate hit the super chat if you want to donate to the channel. The super chat button on the right side of where you put your comments in. Your generosity, we thank you so much for all the generosity you've all given us in the first 2 months of this channel. Let's end this game. Let's go. They did not get a first down. So the Gopher game, Penn State's going on ESPN News and ESPN app. So now I'm going to have to go around and try to find my ESPN News. Eisman. I'm an Iowa alum, but this is clearly a hostile environment. Florida Rosedale. Sorry, Eisman. Yes, it is. But all fans are welcome. Of course. Hawkeyes, Nittany Lions. We even have a Badger that comes in here. Jeff Olson. Mr. Jeff Olson. The evil Badger himself. He probably will be making an appearance. At least he said he was going to. Again, I'm going to have to figure out how to find this game. This is a bummer. Game is being delayed on ABC. Okay. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can find this game. Trying to find ESPN News, which I haven't been on for a long time, because we have a delay. Tony, will Hugh Freeze be coaching at a Power 5 next year? Absolutely. And I think it's going to be West Virginia. West Virginia or an SEC school. I'm predicting West Virginia right now. We did an episode on Hugh Freeze, West Virginia money perch. There's some people that are interested. They want Hugh Freeze to have, no, I don't want to go there. They want Hugh Freeze to go through the process of the interview process. Gary says there's 109,000 people at the game. I do not doubt it for a moment. It's a scary situation for Gopher fans tonight. I'm just going to keep it on Channel 5. I could not find my ESPN News. All right, so who's ever got ESPN News, and if the game has started, let us know what has happened. Looks like Penn State has to punt the ball, pass complete. Penn State 34-yard line. It's 4th and 1, 13 minutes to go in the game. That's what I got on the ESPN score here. 109,000 fans at the game. Punt that ball, Franklin. Punt that ball. Let's go. Let's go. Again, Oklahoma State and Texas still hasn't finished yet on ABC. The game's been going on for 4 hours and 18 minutes. Holy smokes. They've got to shorten up these college football games. I love college football more than anybody, but they got to shorten up the game. This is ridiculous. Holy smokes. Tony in the chat room is saying 14 penalties on Texas, 0 on Oklahoma State. Holy smokes, is that true? Wow. Wow. That's not an exaggeration, Tony. That's real stats. Okay, Penn State had to pump the ball. Quentin Redding fair catched it. The Gophers, 1st and 10 at their 23. So the Gophers stopped Penn State's first drive. As Oklahoma State and Texas still hasn't finished their game. This is an abomination. They have to keep, college football has to have the clock going even when their team makes a first down. You can't stop the clock anymore. Oh, goodness. Texas just made a first down on a 3rd and 15. 20-some seconds left to go in the game. This is supposed to be the Gophers Nittany Lion watch party, not the Longhorns Cowboy watch party. Picked off. Interception. Get down. Good. Go to the Gophers game. Let's go. Gophers, Nittany Lions. Game over. Yes, Eisman. Game over. Game over. Let's go, Gophers. False start on the Gophers. Ibrahim runs for 5 yards. It's the 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Okay. I'm going to get this ESPN thing. Now, I'm going to be behind you guys, like always. Probably a good play behind you. So I'm going to get rid of this ESPN score thing. Oh, just go to our game. Come on, let's go here. I'm just going to... I guess I'm going to have to wait. And kneel down. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 3rd and 13. Ibrahim runs for a loss of 3 yards. 3rd and 13. Okay. Let's go. Get to the Gophers. Holy smokes. Now, it looks like Penn State made a play. I don't know what's going on. Now they're giving us the four corners scene. Another false start on Minnesota. Just give us the full screen. Oh, and they go to commercial. Oh, jeez. Woo! Not a good start. We're trying to have a watch party here at Peek Around the Corner. Minnesota's already gotten a couple penalties in their first drive. We're trying to watch the game on ABC. I do not have ESPN News. Mohammed runs for 3 yards. The Gophers are punting 4th and 14. It looks like the Greek rifle, they don't want him to throw the ball tonight. This is going to be a long night, Gopher fans. Buckle in. Brace for impact. My wife, Medea, it looks like snow. Beautiful. Well, honey, let me tell you something. It's not beautiful because it's in Penn State. It's intimidating for our players to see all that white. Yes, if it was back home in Minnesota, it would be beautiful. But it's in Penn State. But the moderator has spoken. She thinks it looks like snow and it's beautiful. Gary, I'm glad Big Ten no longer on ABC, ESPN soon. Yep. Starting next year, the Big Ten, first time in 40 years. 40 years will no longer have any of their content distributed by Disney, who owns ESPN and ABC. First time in 40 years. I am glad as well, Gary. I am glad as well. How was that punt? Did the punt, was it a successful punt? Parker Washington fumbled it, but he also recovered it. First down and 10, Penn State at the 25. So Minnesota almost got a break there. Almost got a special teams turnover. Gophers need a special teams or a defensive touchdown, or where it gives us the offense a very short field where the Gophers get a touchdown. And anyways, that's the only way the Gophers remain in this game. Singleton runs for a loss of 2. Penn State 23. Singleton, big time running back, true freshman running back out of the state of Pennsylvania. He's a phenom. He's a tough runner. At such a young age, a true freshman, the kid is built like he's a fifth-year senior. Nick Singleton. Come on, ABC. Let's watch Gophers, Nittany Lions. Holy smokes. Here we go. Terrell Smith, tackle. Now I'm going to be behind you guys. So my reaction will come way after your reaction. We got Tessitore, Greg, and Katie George. It's third down, 3rd and 8. Defense has to hold. I love those chrome helmets, but the Gophers, a lot of time, too much time. They completed it. It's 4th down. They dropped it off. Gophers playing that zone. Okay, all right. Nittany Lions, another 3 and out. Let's go Gophers. Gary, I graduated from the same high school as Nick Singleton. It was a great 4-year ride. Gary comes from the same house, the same high school as Nick Singleton. There we go. We caught the ball. Quentin Redding has done a good job as returner for the Gophers. He's caught every single punt, and he had a long run back to start the second half against Illinois and gave Gophers the ball inside the Illinois 5-yard line, I believe, at least inside the 10. The Gophers scored. That's the type of special teams we need tonight. We need a score from the special teams or defense. Now, this is the second time that the Gophers have got the football. Athan Klakomanis, the Greek rifle, has had 0 passing attempts the first time we had the ball. Gotta let the young man rip. Throw that ball downfield. Did you guys see Miami of Florida today? Miami of Florida. Wow. They lost against Duke. 45-21, I believe. I believe that was the final score. It was 24-21 heading into the 4th quarter. The Miami of Florida football program is in shambles. Mario Cristobal, I know it's just his first year, but my goodness, you're losing to a basketball school like Duke, and you're getting pummeled at home. Wow, that's a big loss. Big loss for Miami, Florida. Tony, Ole Miss and UCLA lose their first game. We talked about the LSU Ole Miss game. That's a shocker to me. That's a shocker. Brian Kelly, got to tip your cap to the guy. Again, he's got a team playing better and better as the year goes on. It disappoints me because I don't like the guy. But great coach. LSU is going to be a tough out the rest of the season. And UCLA lost. Yep. Oregon. Bo Nix. I owe Bo Nix an apology. He's a dark horse candidate to get to the Heisman Trophy ceremony, to be a participant and during the ceremonies. Bo Nix, man, he's turned it on. Of course, that Dillingham's a great offensive coordinator, great mind. That's why we at Peek Around the Corner has him as the number 1 guy on the Arizona State head coaching hot board. Nobody else has him, but we have him at Peek Around the Corner. We know he's young. We know Kenny Dillingham, offensive coordinator of Oregon. We know he's young, but he's from Scottsdale, Arizona. He went to school there. He recruits there. He was a high school coach. He's a college analyst. He goes to Auburn. He comes to Oregon. He's the offensive coordinator. And look what they're doing there at Oregon with him and Bo Nix together. I think he's the number 1 guy for Arizona State. We shall see. We shall see. Gophers got the ball. Just let the young kid rip. Let it rip. Throw it downfield. Throw that ball downfield. Let's go. Let's go. Greek rifle. Well, there goes Mo. There goes Mo. 10-yard gain. Let's go. First down. Let's go. Let's go. Pick it up, Gophers. Let's go. First down. I think. Still going to have to throw that ball downfield. We have not thrown the ball yet. Got to let the young kid rip. Got to let him chuck that football. Got to get the nervousness out. Got to get that ball downfield. Let's go. Nope. Another running play. We know the Penn State's defense, the strength is that excellent secondary, but got to make a couple throws early on to get Clackamanus his feet under him. All right, 2nd and 7. Got to make a play here. Got to make a play. Just a little dump off to the tight end. Oh, what? Although he should just chuck it downfield. Let the Penn State defense see his strength in his arm. There we go. There we go. Boom. Right out. Span forward. First down. He did dump it off to the tight end. Good throw. I think is that his father in the stands? I don't know. Boom. You see, he's got the rifle. He's got the rifle. That's why he's called the Greek rifle. It's how he processes the field. That's his weakness. If that first guy is covered, can he even look to the second guy? There we go. Oh, they stuffed that pretty good. Ibrahim gets 2 yards, 2nd and 8. So Penn State's had the football twice, 2 3-and-outs. The Gophers against Purdue. Purdue scored on their first drive a touchdown against Illinois. Illinois scored on their first touchdown. So Minnesota has been playing behind. And we know how poorly Minnesota Gophers play when they play behind because of that limited passing offense we have. The Greek rifle, showing his legs, throwing it out of bounds. All right, he threw it out of bounds. That's a good play by the young man. PJ Fleck is letting the ref have it. That's all right. Let's go. 3rd and 8. See, Clackamanus can run. I know he's got long legs. He doesn't look like he could go, but he can go. The kid can run. If he has to make some first downs using his feet, go for it, young man. Go for it. They're blitzing, caught him on a run, but they did not get it. Gophers going to have to punt the ball. 4th down. All right, we need a good special teams. Good play here. It's a good punt. It looks like the Gophers playing very conservative with their first-time starter, the Greek rifle. Look at that. Look at all that white in the crowd. A whiteout at Happy Valley. Here we go. Good punt. There we go. 6-yard line. Badger Ron, happy opposite Tuesday to you. At least you got one right. Did I get one right? Which one did I get right? I think I got them all wrong. Badger Ron says I got to play right. I can't think of it. The UCLA was wrong. The Clemson was wrong. I got that one wrong. So what I should have went with what I wanted to do. If I would have went what I wanted to do, I would be having a good week. But I went opposite day. I went George Costanza, and that failed me as well. Oh, I got the Wisconsin one right. No, Eisman. I got the... No, I took Purdue because it was opposite day. I took Purdue. I took the 29.5. I took Iowa and the 29.5 points. So I got the Iowa game wrong. I think I got the Wisconsin game right. Joey, nice to see you in the house again, sir. Appreciate it. Please go for fans and Sean Clifford's season and career. I wish no ill for Sean. He'll do great things. I like most of Penn fans say has to be a lot of time. Yeah, I think Penn State has to go with their new era as well. Their backup quarterback, who's highly recruited. Gary says, take Ohio State next week. Gary's not feeling good about his Nittany Lions. Look, it doesn't matter. I was getting them all. I had like a 4-week losing streak. I went opposite day. I took everything opposite that I wanted to take. And then it turns out that I would have gotten them right if I would have just stuck to my picks. So, Peek Around the Corner is struggling with their weekly picks. We do them every Tuesday. So if you want some comedy in your life, watch this Tuesday as we do our predictions against the spread for week number 9. So if you want comedy, if you want a good laugh, please tune in to our Tuesday episode. Do we go George Costanza opposite day, or do we throw in some sort of mystery metrics algorithm to make our picks for us? We shall see. We shall see. Again, thanks for everyone joining us here. Gophers, Nittany Lions watch party. Let's go, Gophers. Everyone's welcome. We've got Nittany Lions fans in the house. Gary, we got Badger Ron, Wisconsin fans are in the house. We've got everybody. We've got even an Iowa Hawkeye in the house. We got Gophers in the house. Please smash that like button. If you want to donate to the channel, hit the super chat to keep our lights going here at the Gopher by the Grace of God Studios. That is a beautiful scene, that whiteout. Here we go. Penn State's got the ball for the 3rd time deep in their own territory. Again, I'm going to be a play behind you guys, so that's just the way it is. All right. One of the weaknesses under the Franklin era, besides the quarterback room not being as good as what Penn State fans would like it to be, their offensive line has never been elite under Franklin in the Big Ten. Never been elite for whatever reason. Penn State fans, if you disagree with me, you can put in the comments section. It just seems they don't get what they should get out of that offensive line, year in and year out. That's a nice throw, but that's picked off. Justin Wally, go baby, go! Pick six. Gotta score. He runs out of bounds. Gophers! Where's that ball at? 15, 10 yards. There's some Gopher fans in the house. Let's go. That's what we needed. We needed an early interception or scoop and score, shorten the field. Let's go. See, that's what I want us to do. I want us to rip it down the field. Although that didn't turn out very well for the Nittany Lions. He was well covered. Justin Wally, freshman All-American last year, doing some work. Gophers secondary is legit as well. Okay, got to score. Need a touchdown here. Okay. They're stacking the box, baby. They are stacking the box. The Gophers quarterbacks have thrown 6 interceptions since the last touchdown pass. We got to do it. We have to have a passing offense. We have to score a passing TD right here, right now. Let's go. Greek rifle. First touchdown pass is collegiate career right now. 2nd and 8. Okay. All right. I don't know what's going on here. I know. Look, I get it. We're being conservative, but man, oh man, this is not what you do when you get a pick deep in their territory. Let's go. We got to have something else in our offense. That second down would have been a great play for that bubble screen that works sometimes in the red zone. Now it's 3rd and 7. Now they got the ears peeled back. Quarterback draw. Quarterback draw. Go ahead. Run it. Quarterback draw. They're coming after you. Illegal offsides, Gophers. Joey's very upset with Sean Clifford. What else do we expect as Penn State fans? 4 years with this quarterback. Ted, let's go Gophers. You got that right, Ted. Let's go Gophers. Illinois had a very good day today. The Purdue Boilermakers lose to Wisconsin. Very good day for Brett Bielema and the Illinois Fighting Illini. 3rd and 12. I don't know. Just don't commit a turnover. Don't like how we did this drive either. Audible at the line. This. Okay. Well, Kirk Shiraka and PJ Fleck just sent a message to their team. We don't trust you to make a play after you intercept the ball and run it down to the Penn State's 12, 10-yard line, 8-yard line, wherever it was. Terrible. 3-0 Minnesota, and I couldn't be more disappointed. I could not be more disappointed. When you are on the road and you get a turnover, you got to go for it. You got to take the reign. This is not how you win on the road in the Big Ten. That's not how you win on the road in the Big Ten. You got to take the reins off. Let him make one play. Nope. That's not how you win on the road. I get it. I know some of you disagree with me. Some of you are yelling at me. That's fine. Put your comments down in the comment section. That's not how you win. You get interception, you go for it. You put the dagger, not the dagger for the game, but for the drive. You throw that ball at least once in the end zone. You go for it. Now the kid knows you don't have any confidence in him. The players are like, what the heck? No. Come on, PJ Fleck. Let's go. Kirk Shiraka, I know you're the guy who calls the plays. Look, your offense hasn't been very good the last 2 weeks. Okay? You got a young kid at quarterback, but that's the time to let him loose. If we had the ball at our 13-yard line, sure, but we had it on the other team's 13-yard line. You got to go for it. You got to go for the touchdown. Ted says he liked to feed them all. But you got to have something else to win a game. We've talked about this the last 2 weeks. This offensive, first of all, the offensive playbook is too limited as it is. Right? What do we got? 5 different plays? I mean, but that's the time where you strike. That's the time when you strike. That's the time. But we didn't. Very disappointed in that play calling. Tony, the victory bell blackboard needs to be turned on. Ooh, that's right. Thanks for reminding me. We're going to put a big 3 up. I was so disappointed in the play calling, I forgot we even scored. So, there we go. Not too bright from your host. Not too bright. That's a big 3 there. I got a little bit cut off. That's a big 3-0. Did not give our chance. Did not give ourselves a chance to put a big 7 on there. That's going to come back to bite us. I just don't like that. when you create a turnover, I know there's a chance for an interception. I know that we're in a 0-0 game here. We got to let this kid play. We got to get him. He's got to get used to the speed of Big Ten football. He's on the road. Can't just curl up in a ball and just. When I played baseball, I struck out a lot playing baseball. But my dad didn't care. He just said, make sure you strike out swinging. Don't strike out looking. We just struck out looking there. We kept the bat on the shoulder. Got to swing away. Got to swing it. That's right. This is for the victory bell, isn't it? Gophers got the victory bell. I guess we got it on the sidelines over there. Because we defeated the Penn State Nittany Lions in 2019 in Minneapolis. The victory bell is a trophy that goes between two programs. So Minnesota Gophers have it. We also have the axe. Are we going to give up the victory bell tonight? I don't know. With red zone play calling like that, we just might give it up. Ted says most teams take an end zone shot on first down on a turnover. I hear you, Ted. I agree with you. I know we're trying to ease Athen Clackamas into the game, but man, Penn State's going to score. You got to score to win this game. All right, here we go. Enough of that. 1st and 10. Wow. Soren Marion getting back in the backfield. That's about his 3rd tackle. I don't think Penn State's had a first down yet. 2nd and 9. Ooh! Terrell Smith was there. He saw that slant pass, and he just missed intercepting that ball. Off his hands. 3rd and 9. Ooh! That was a chance. That was a chance for a pick. Yeah, he read that. He saw that coming. That was a bad throw, too. Clifford is off, way off early in this game. We did not get to see the Clifford Morgan rematch from 2019. See if the Gophers get pressure. Oh, they took good pass down the middle of the field to the big tight end. First down, Penn State. They get their first down. They sent the blitz. They sent Braylon Oliver, the Gophers outside linebacker. He didn't come close to getting there. They put Thomas Rush, our defensive end rush in coverage, and he got smoked. That defense did not work. That play call did not work. Good defense there, 2nd and 10. That blitz from the Gophers, might not want to try that again. That did not work. Second down. 2nd and 10. 50-yard line. 3-0 Gophers. 3-0. All right, play action. They covered the guy out of the backfield. Another good pass to the big tight end. First down, Gophers 30. There's a running play, end of first quarter. First quarter, Gophers 3, Penn State 0. Penn State don't have their running game going, but they got some completions to their tight end. The Gophers did not take advantage of that interception, or they didn't give themselves a chance. It's going to cost them. It's going to cost them. 3-0 Gophers end of first quarter. Joey, Franklin makes $7.5 million, so what can you recruit? I can't imagine how I'm going to be able to sit and watch Clifford for 5+ games the rest of the year. Doesn't Franklin make more than $7.5 million? I thought he made more than that. He's been getting those new contracts, right? I thought he made close to 9 or 10. Probably wrong. Yeah, Franklin's getting some heat. He's getting some heat because they haven't been able to beat the elite teams. Not enough, not anywhere close. I think they're 0-10 in their last 10 games against, I don't know what it was. Top 10 teams, top 20 teams, something like that. Franklin does a good job of Penn State, for the most case, beating the teams that he should beat. Although the last few years, yeah, he hasn't been. Let me look that up here. Let me look that up real quick. Let's look at Franklin's. Okay, let's see what we got here. So Franklin is, let me see if I can pump that up a bit more. So Franklin's record, 7-6, 2014, 7-6, 2015, 11-3, 2016, 11-2, 2017, wins the Fiesta Bowl. 9-4 in 2018, won the Cotton Bowl game. Penn State goes 11-2. Then 4-5 in the pandemic season, 7-6 last year. Lost in the Outback Bowl, 5-1 this year. So a little bit of a slide. 7-6 season last year, 5-1 this year. This is probably a pretty important game because they play Ohio State next. Yeah, probably pretty important game tonight for Franklin. 109,000 people, whiteout. Yeah, he's got the pressure on him. Ted, Penn State seems to be consistently be third in the East pecking order. Not sure if that will cut it for the fan base. Well, one of the good things for Penn State is that the Big Ten, more or less, pretty assured that they're going to go to a no division format for 2024. So Penn State's scheduling is going to get easier in the Big Ten. The ability to get to the Big Ten championship is going to increase immensely. So that's good news for Penn State Nittany Lions and their fans. What do we got here? Second and 7, second and 8. Gophers 28-yard line. Pitch play. Gophers rush defense has been on point tonight. Penn State's not been able to move them around. We got a 3rd and 5. Gary saying he wants Matt Rule, and he thinks that Matt Rule wants us. I would believe that. There was a report. I don't know about that play call. Yikes. What is going on? Penn State, 3rd and 5. They haven't been able to do lick on the run. They run it again. That was a very bad play call by Penn State. They're returning the favor to the Gophers. Some questionable offensive play calls early in this game. Yeah, Matt Rule, I think he would want Penn State because there was a report that he's going to be very picky in choosing the next college football job. That kick is Good. 3-3. 14 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Tony and Ted both asked pretty much the same question. Any idea on who Penn State's 3 permanent rivals would be? We did have a report out a few days ago showing one scenario of what the 3 permanent rivals of UCLA and USC would be. I'm trying to remember what Penn State would be. It would be Michigan State, Ohio State, and I think Maryland. I think those are the 3 rival games. Michigan State would be the scenario that's being pushed that we know of, that we've been told of. I think Penn State's 3 permanent rivals would be Michigan State would be their last end of their rival game at the end of the season, like it is now. They would miss Michigan, but they would still get Ohio State, and they would get Maryland. And I believe Michigan would get Rutgers. You got to remember, these schools, first of all, Penn State doesn't want any rivals in their schedule. They don't want any of them. They'd rather have Big Ten go with 0 rivalry games. But they know that's not going to happen. And I think they're probably, so the struggle is between 2 and 3 permanent rivals in the conference schedule. And I think Penn State's going to lose out. I think it's going to be 3 permanent rival schedule instead of 2, but we shall see. And if it's 3 permanent rivals, then, Penn State wants rivals that would fill up their stadium, right? That would visit, there's a lot of things to consider. Competitive balance, regional balance, and so there's a lot to go through. And they've been talking about this forever. Mohamed Ibrahim, big run, 7-yard, 8-yard gain, first down. Ted says, my Illini have USC and surely Northwestern. No doubt you have Northwestern. I think you're going to have USC as well. I think that's part of the scenario that was told to us. I believe Illinois, Northwestern, Wisconsin, and Nebraska would have games against USC and UCLA. Tony, who's the Gophers 3? I think that's Nebraska, Iowa, Wisconsin. That's probably the easiest one. Them and Iowa are the easiest ones. They're the schools that want the 3 permanent rivals. And I think there's enough school to push. Now, the big question for tonight is, and I've actually received 2 DMs, direct messages on, is is the Big Ten seriously looking at going to 10 conference games? Well, they're definitely looking at it. Are they serious about it? I'm sure they're serious about it. Are they going to do it? I don't know. Because I think it's very difficult for the Big Ten to go to 10 conference games, not knowing if the SEC is going to go from 8 conference games to 9. You can't have the Big Ten going 10 conference games, the SEC staying at 8 conference games, and you have this 12-team expanded playoff format with 6 at-large bids, all that money. Man, I don't see the Big Ten pulling the trigger for 10 conference games when they don't know for sure if SEC is going to 9. If SEC says tomorrow, we're going to 9 conference games, then I can see the Big Ten saying, okay, we'll go to 10, because they'll probably get more money in their media contracts with CBS, NBC, Fox. But I don't know. Some people have said that you're looking at, there are some Big Ten schedules, if you Google it, that now, like in 2024, there are some Big Ten schools that only have 2 non-conference games listed. So people are saying that maybe these schools are anticipating 10 conference games to start in 2024. I don't think that's the case. I know the Gophers still have 3 non-conference games scheduled for the 2024 season if you Google it. So I think people are jumping the gun on it, but we shall see what happens. Ted. Purdue makes sense. Indiana's close enough. We have a long history with Ohio State and Michigan. We would love Iowa, but they are pretty set. Yep, Iowa's set. I could see Ohio State playing Michigan, Penn State, and Illinois. I think Ohio State's 3 games under the scenario that was told to us, that was being pushed by some people. If I remember right, it was Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio State. Oh, big loss. Trey Potts got caught in the backfield. 3rd and long. You know what? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of. I knew the Gophers would be conservative, but I think this is borderline ridiculous here. 3rd and long. Athen gets tackled. Gophers are going to have to punt. I think this offensive play calling has not been good. It has not been good for Kirk Shiraka and PJ Fleck tonight. You cannot go into this game and have an offensive strategy like this and expect to win the game. You can't do it like this, guys. Gophers back to punt. Ooh, big tackle. Big special teams tackle. Tyler Nubin, 27. Fantastic safety out of the state of Illinois. He's a future NFL player. Loves to play special teams. Big tackle. Penn State gets nowhere in that punt return. Again, 3-3, but I'm very, very... Ooh, I got to change that score, guys. Got to change it. I don't like this offensive concept that the Gophers brought into this game. It's too extreme. Too extreme on the conservative side. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Was that offsides on the Gophers? That might have been offsides on the Gophers. There you go. They got the Clifford rolling out, dumping it to the, movement. Got to show something different on offense. Not the same old, same old. I got to tell you, my dauber's a little down on the Gophers' offensive play calling tonight. First and 5. They took the penalty. Yeah, I agree with you, Ted. Ted says you don't want the new quarterback to lose the game, but man, you can't. You're going to lose the game anyways. It's just. Ooh, bad pass. I think that was behind. Maybe it went through the guy's hand, but Clifford's inaccurate tonight. That's for sure. Let's see where this was. Ooh, no, the receiver should have had that. Receiver should have had it. My bad. Shouldn't have ripped on Clifford. Receiver should have had it. Second and 5. All right. Third and 1. Third and 1. Singleton with a short gain. Third and 1. Big play here. Gophers defense trying to get off the field. First down, Nittany Lions. Power sweep. Well, that wasn't so much a sweep, but that was power off tackle. Nittany Lions starting to churn up some first downs here. Starting to mix that you mix the pass in with the run. You get the Gophers linebackers moving. Gophers don't have anybody moving on the Nittany Lions defense. Good pass rush. Couldn't get him down. Almost with the sack. It looks like that was Carter with the sack. Defensive tackle. Just missed the sack, I should say. Badger on. Michigan has to keep Minnesota for the little brown jug. That would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. Just don't think it's going to happen because I don't think they're going to dislodge any of the 3 Minnesota rivals right now, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Nebraska. Just don't see it happen. It would be great, though. It'd be great for Minnesota. Ooh, that screen, it could work. It could work. First down, Nittany Lions, Gophers 35. Let me ask you a question, Gopher fans. When is the last time the Gophers ran a screenplay to their running back? Not under Kirk Shiraka. That does not happen. Sometimes they throw that down the line of scrimmage flat pass, but nothing like that. They don't run those plays. It's very discouraging. Even though it's 3-3, this game is more discouraging than I thought it was going to be honest with you. The offense play calling has given Gophers no chance. Got it. 2 yards, Penn State, 2nd and 8. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Another watch party for the Gophers. Gophers, Nittany Lions, we had to do it. Saturday night, whiteout, Happy Valley. Had to do it. Wide open. Holy smokes. Touchdown. Penn State. Middle linebacker got sucked in. That's what happens. That's what happens when you have an offensive playbook more than 5 plays. Penn State. Touchdown. 9-3. Oh, I don't have my... hold on a second. Big Ten spot. Penn State 10. Nittany Lions 3. Showing some aggressiveness on offense, right? Giving Minnesota Gophers some different looks. Getting the ball to their tight end. Some pitch sweeps. Letting their quarterback try to make a play, right? What do the Gophers do? What do the Gophers do? So disappointed. PJ Fleck has been a great coach for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Kirk Shiraka was a heck of an offensive coordinator in 2019. But of all the games, of all the first halves I've seen, and we've been blown out some first halves like every other team, this has got to be the most disappointing I've been in the Gophers head coach and offensive coordinator, because their frame of mind going in this game was not the right one. To shell up, to turtle up like this on offense, to not give your young quarterback even the opportunity to make a play. That's not how you develop quarterbacks. That's not how you develop an offense. This offensive, the offense has to be reconstructed next year. You're not going to have Mo Ibrahim next year. You're not going to have the Remington Award winner starting as your center next year. You can't just do pound and ground, inside handoff, inside zone handoffs, and just have that as 60% of your plays. Something else has to happen. I'm more disappointed in this first half than when the Gophers got beat by Purdue, got annihilated by Illinois, because this first half was just basically PJ Fleck and Kirk Shiraka saying, we're not going to do anything. We're not going to risk anything. We're just going to, hopefully break a run and that's it. We're not doing anything. We're not showing Penn State nothing. All right? We're not ever going to run a screen pass. Jet sweeps. We're never going to throw it long anymore. We don't throw it long. I mean, every team is just sitting on us, sitting on that slant pass. Very disappointed. Tony, I think Nebraska is going to get one of the LA schools, so Minnesota won't be protected. I don't know about the protected thing. I think Nebraska is going to get one of the California schools. I think we believe they're going to get UCLA, and Wisconsin and USC will pair up. Because UCLA and USC are going to want a traveling fan base as one of their rival games. And Nebraska and Wisconsin are going to travel to Los Angeles when they play out there and fill up that stadium. Help them fill up that stadium. But the Gophers will be, we think, Iowa, Wisconsin. I think they'll keep that Nebraska as their third rivalry game. Penn State kicking off 9 minutes ago, second quarter, 10-3. Penn State. The game, once again, is in danger. Is in danger of getting out of control. Gophers have to put together a drive, get some points on this drive. That's a great play call. Look at that screen. Then you got the linebackers all tired, and then you do some more movement on the next play, and you throw it to your tight end or your fullback down the middle for the touchdown. At least they're trying stuff. We don't. Gophers don't try anything. We got 5-6 plays in our playbook. Ibrahim with a good run, 5-6 yards. I don't know what Athan Clackamas is. I don't know what he's learning this game. Don't know what he's developing this game, right? Get him out running. Get him out rolling out. Let him use his legs. Let's see him try to make a pass in the speed of the game. Big Ten speed of the game, right? Get him out running. There you go. Get him out running. There you go. First down, Gophers. Clackamas keeps the ball. That's what he can do. He can do that, and he can throw it deep. Now chuck one deep here in the next play. Penn State is stacking that line. The RPO can work pretty good with Clackamas because he can actually keep it and run with it. That's one of the options now available. Incomplete. Slant pass. It's the only offensive play call we got for the passing offense. Slant pass. Penn State knows it's coming, just like every Big Ten school in the conference. Tony says Jimbo Fisher has to be pretty happy. His contract's guaranteed. Yes. Opie, your boys are hanging in there so far. Not really. Not really, Opie. The 3 points came off a turnover, and we didn't try to score a touchdown. There you go. Get rid of the ball. 3rd and long. He does have a rifle of an arm. He does. He does. He does. He doesn't process the field all that well from what I've seen him in practice. He's got a long ways to go. I think the Gophers should go to the transfer portal for next year. We'll see what happens. I put that on the message board 247, and I got crushed. I got crushed by the other posters because they want Athen to be the guy. They want him to know he's the guy. I just don't think the real world works that way. He's got to have competition. Another illegal motion, another pre-snap penalty, another bad performance from the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Another bad performance. 3rd and 15. I would do the old quick kick. Quick kick. You don't see that play anymore. Kick it on 3rd down. Catch Penn State off balance. I'm just kidding. 3rd and 15. Throw it, chuck it deep if they can get him any time. Another penalty. Illegal motion. Either the quarterback doesn't know what he's doing, or we're in Happy Valley, whiteout. We can't even make a snap. Gophers can't make a snap. Ted, look at what DeVito did for us. Yeah, outstanding. Tommy DeVito. Transfer quarterback, Syracuse, goes to Illinois, and Brett Bielema's loving every second of it. You have to go to the portal. It's a party in Happy Valley. It's a party at Happy Valley at the expense of my beloved Minnesota Golden Gophers. We're getting smacked around. We have no answers. And we haven't had any answers for a month. For a month. What is going on, Gophers? Another punt. Okay, got a good roll. We need a defensive turnover. We need a miracle. Gophers need a miracle at Happy Valley. 10-3. Can't do anything on offense. For the 3rd week in a row. Row the boat. Thanks for everybody joining us. Smash that like button. Please smash that like button. It helps with the algorithm so much. If you haven't subscribed to our ever-growing channel, please do so. We have Peek Around the Corner. We cover everything college football. 365 days a year. If you want to donate to our channel, keep the lights on, hit the super chat in the comment section. And we'll make sure we get to your comment. Tackle, 2nd and 8. Penn State. You know, if the Gophers were going to run this type of offense, you might as well also play Cole Kramer. Throw him in there, our backup quarterback, our running quarterback, our Wildcat quarterback. Cole Kramer out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. A legendary high school football program. You might as well play that, young man. If this is what your offensive game plan was going to be, throw Cole Kramer in there for a package or two. 2nd and 8. Ooh, good bounce out run. Trucks over Howden. Fantastic run. Holy smokes. 1st down, Penn State. They're showing the class right now. They're showing their class over Minnesota. Oh, God. That was a truck. Woo! Here comes Penn State. Another first down. They're rolling right through the Gophers. Rolling right through the Gophers. Timeout, Minnesota. Alabama's up 24-0 over Mississippi State. TCU 6-0, 3-0 in the Big 12. Up over Kansas State 10-7, but Kansas State's got the ball at TCU's 1 yard line. Wow. Will Howard, is Adrian Martinez, is he out of that game? Is Adrian Martinez, he's only 1 for 2. Did he get injured? Let me know in the comments section. Max Duggan is 5 of 7. Let me know if Adrian Martinez is out for Kansas State. South Carolina 17 versus Texas A&M 6. There's a program for you, Texas A&M, that has an albatross hanging around their neck, and his name is Jimbo Fisher. That offense that he runs, that he calls, that he game plans every single week is dismal in today's college football, and South Carolina's taking it to him. And they owe Jimbo Fisher millions and millions and millions of dollars. It's not like they can just fire him. I don't know what they're going to do down there in College Station. Have no idea what they're going to do. Missouri defeats Vanderbilt 17-14. LSU big over Ole Miss. Baylor defeats Kansas. Kansas made a run at them. Came back at him, but Baylor 35-23. Texas Tech rolls up on West Virginia 48-10. I watched a little bit of that game. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think Neil Brown keeps his job. We talked about that a few weeks ago. I'm not seeing it. They really missed out a lot on... the portal and their secondary. They just missed out. They got guys that they can't even play now. They look totally lost in the secondary. It looks like they don't have the horses either. It's a combination of two things. They can't cover anybody, and they don't know where to line up, and it's a disaster in Morgantown. I know they were expecting better. Vegas wasn't. Vegas had West Virginia going about 5-7 this year. But the fans were expecting more out of Neil Brown in year, what is it, year 4? Okay, back to the game. Penn State Gophers. First and 10. They did a fake handoff, sweep to the receiver. They're throwing everything at the Gophers. All different packages, all different movement, pre-snap movement. And what do the Gophers do? Same stuff every single play. Back to pass, incomplete. Going for their tight end, 84 again. We got a 3rd and 3. Yeah, Penn State's just throwing everything at the Gophers defense. Linebackers don't know what's coming. Penn State linebackers, they absolutely know what's coming from the Gophers offense. Offsides, Gophers, free play. What a catch! What a catch by number 5. They got a free play. Clifford dialed it up. That was a beautiful play. Thank goodness the Nittany Lions are making some plays and make this at least a watchable game. Okay, we get back to your comments. T-Doc, UCLA and USC going to hate the weather in the Big Ten. They're going to hate it, but they're not going to play that much in it. I mean, late in the season, your upper Midwest schools are going to be playing upper Midwest schools. So once in a while, UCLA and USC will be playing in bad weather, but not all that much because it's great, beautiful October weather in Big Ten country. Look at that play. Holy smokes. Another completion, another beautiful play by Penn State. So the bad weather thing, it's going to happen once in a while. Once in a while, not too much. Adrian Martinez not ruled out. Apparently has lingering lower leg injury. Thanks, Ted, for that information. Appreciate it. Adrian Martinez has always been nicked up. Mostly it's been in the shoulder, in his labrum. He's had a couple surgeries in his labrum that really affected his ability to throw it downfield when he was Nebraska's quarterback. It's too bad he's got an injury. I'm rooting for that guy. 2nd and 4. Penn State's got the Gophers defense on roller skates. That's got to be holding. Holding! That's a touchdown, Penn State, but they held our guy's jersey was being ripped, the defensive tackle, and they didn't call holding. I think it was Carter. It doesn't matter, but one of our guys, defensive tackle, his jersey was being shredded by the Penn State's offensive lineman, and they did not call it. Anyways, Gophers are completely confused and baffled on defense. They don't want to try anything on offense. And it's 17-3. Penn State in a rout. Once again, Gophers going down in flames. And we are here for it at the Gophers Grace of God Studios, 17-3. We have ourselves a blowout. Ladies and gentlemen, Gophers have not been able to compete in the Big Ten. Okay. All right. I got to send out a tweet, guys. These games are getting ugly. Ted is correct. And this game is ugly in Happy Valley. Ugly game. I can't spell. Offensive game plan was embarrassingly. Okay. Ugly game from my beloved Gophers, completely outclassed. Offense game plan was embarrassing. Something's got to change with this offense. Something's got to change. It's so archaic. It's so bad. It really is bad. I mean, let's be honest. They've gotten away, under Fleck, they've had a great running game. Mo Ibrahim's great. They had a great offensive line last year. 2019, Gophers went 11-2. They had Tyler Johnson and the great Rashad Bateman, who's lighting it up with the Baltimore Ravens. But this offense, man, you cannot just go with 6 plays every game. This has got to stop. And for the first time under PJ Fleck, the heat is now on. He doesn't have a warm seat. He's not going to lose his job. He's been a very successful coach for the program that he's coaching, the Gophers. But this offense, the way it is constructed, cannot compete for the Big Ten West. And we're not even talking about when the two divisions merge or when there's no divisions. The offense has to change. I mean, why did we bring Kirk Shiraka back? I mean, this is dismal. This is really bad. I mean, Gophers are, how many more games can they possibly win this season? Their offense is non-existent. It really is. And I know we have a first-time starter, but we can't even snap the ball. Pre-snap penalty. It's a disaster. What were they doing all week? What were the Gophers doing all week? I mean, come on, guys. Good coverage by Penn State. They batted the ball away. Decent throw by Clackamas. We said at the beginning of the game, doesn't process the field real quick. Has hard time getting to a second receiver. We know this. I've seen him in practice. Long ways to go. This is going to be a long game, so buckle up. Third and 10. No yards from Mo Ibrahim. This is going to be what's going to happen for the rest of the game. Do you think USC and UCLA will have any growing pains joining the Big Ten? Yes, I do think they will, because just like what happened in Nebraska and Maryland, of course, Rutgers wasn't ready to compete. You have to bulk up, right? You have to bulk up. You can't play a Big Ten schedule, and you have to be stout on the defensive offensive line. You got to get bigger. I know they play some good football out there in the Pacific Coast. We all know this. Oregon, look what they're doing. UCLA's having a great year. They beat Big Ten schools. But when you play the Big Ten schools week after week after week, you gotta bulk up. And Nebraska did not do that. And if you listen to Nebraska beat writers throughout the years, they will tell you that. They thought they could come in and be faster than the Big Ten, faster than the Big Ten West schools, and they could win that way. But, you play the Iowa, the Wisconsin, the Minnesota. You play these teams that pound week after week, and you get a little thin on the defensive line. You get some injuries, and suddenly you lose the block. You lose the line of scrimmage in the Big Ten if you're not bulking up. So I think there is going to be some growing pains. I'm sure their fans don't agree with me, but I think they're going to have to bulk up, get bigger. That's my opinion. Thanks for the great question. Badger Ron, Gophers should hire Paul Christ. Yeah, that's offensive consultant. I don't know, it's just, it's just, the playbook is so small. It's, you just don't have to defend much when you're facing the Gophers offense. Look, they're taking shots. Okay, it wasn't successful, but they took a shot. So now, has the Gophers taken a shot? Now, we're not getting our quarterback much time, but you can create, you can roll them out and let it fly, right? Get him out of the pocket. Clackamanus can run. He's got some legs. I don't know. It's not gonna happen tonight though, because Gophers came in with a 6-play game plan, and this is it. This is all they got. And it's depressing. For a Gopher fan, it is depressing. It's a good tackle. Gophers are going to get the ball. Penn State's going to have to punt. Tony says, have they thrown the ball down 10 yards downfield? The wide receiver room is weak. Yes, the wide receiver room is weak. The one guy in the whole roster that the Gophers could not afford to get injured was Chris Ottman-Bell, and he gets injured. He's out for the season. The wide receiver room is weak. It's very disappointing. Can't get separation. And Penn State's secondary is legit. But I'm not arguing against not executing plays. I'm arguing against not even trying to make the play. What the Gophers did on offense after we got that interception, we talked about it. That was bad. That's not winning football. You didn't even take a shot. You just did the same thing. Inside run, inside run, inside run. Field goal. So that was horrendous. And that set the tone. That set the tone for the Gophers. That field goal, without doing anything on it, trying to do anything different on offense than not to take advantage of that interception. That set the tone. We called it at that moment. We're not at the moment it happened, we said that was bad play calling. It was going to hurt us. And sure enough, it set the tone for the Gophers offense, what they think of themselves. There you go. I like it. Good play. Penn State covered it. Daniel Jackson. Penn State's secondary is great. That's the play call. That's the play call we should have ran early in the game. But I like it. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Because you're not going to, nothing else, you got to get the Penn State defenders to think that they have to actually go back on their heels a little bit. Oh boy, Penn State is outclassing the Gophers by a large margin tonight in Happy Valley. Thanks for joining us. Peek around the corner with your host, Greg Pflugar. Smash that like button. Even if you are a Gopher fan and you can't stand what you're seeing, please smash the like button. Subscribe to our channel and share the video with your family and friends. Appreciate it. If you want to donate to the channel to keep the lights on, hit that super chat button on the comments section. Appreciate your help so very much. Nittany Lions 17-3. And the blowout is on. The blowout is on in Happy Valley. Gophers can't do anything on offense. Confused on defense. Penn State's having a lot of fun. Student section is in the game. 3rd and 8. Try to give it to Brevin Span 4 down the middle of the field. think he's out of bounds. Oh, they're calling it a catch. Dalen Wright, they're calling it a catch. Did he get that back foot in? Oh, that is a catch. That is a catch. Oh, that's Brockington. Brockington. Beautiful catch. He was in. That back foot was in. There you go. Throw that ball downfield. You got to chuck it. There you go. There you go. Now we got it going. First down, Gophers. There we go. That's what you got. You got to let the young man throw the ball downfield. Good gracious. Let him run. There you go. Don't know why he. That's all right. First down, the Greek Rifle. That's his father, Mr. Greek Rifle. Let the kid throw the ball. Let him run. You can't win just putzing around with these inside handoffs all game long. The linebackers, everyone's just creeping up at the line. Throw it deep again. Chuck it downfield. Chuck it. There you go. Let the kid run. Let the kid run because he can run. He can run. There you go. Greek Rifle. Greek Rifle. Red zone. Red zone. Let's make a game of this. Let's get a touchdown. Now don't do 3 inside handoffs with Bryce Williams. Don't even give the ball to Bryce Williams here. Don't do it. Timeout somebody. Timeout Penn State. Let's go. Let's get this touchdown. Let's make this second half at least interesting to start the game. There you go. There you go. John Goodman, can Gophers win 8 games this year? Probably not. I mean, the schedule's lined up for it, but for whatever, when people see Minnesota on the schedule from here on out, they're not afraid of us. Tell you that. They were at the start of the season, but the offense has nosedived. The offense has nosedived against Illinois, Purdue, and now in the first half against Penn State. Let the young kid play. Good run by Mohammed. Let the young kid try to make a play here. Don't do another inside handoff. What's going on here? Timeout Gophers, timeout Gophers. Don't do what you did when you got the turnover. Please don't. Just try to do something. Let the kid learn. Let the kid develop. Badger Ron, do you think USC and UCLA will start recruiting Midwest linemen? They always try to recruit Midwest linemen, and now that they're in the Big Ten, they're going to get a better pathway to get those recruits. It's going to help those two programs. John Goodman asks if they haven't been already. Yes, they have been already. Here we go. 2nd and 6. First down, Mohammed Ibrahim at the 3-yard line. Thank goodness that play worked because I would have gotten very upset. Let the Greek Rifle make a play. Keep this. Fake handoff. You keep it, quarterback. Nope. Touchdown, Mo Ibrahim. There you go. There you go. All right, we got ourselves a game going in the second half, which means all of you have to stick around. You all have to stick around. I got to change the scoreboard. Finally, the Gophers with Clackamanus, the Greek Rifle, making some 2 beautiful passes in that drive, especially that one down the sideline. And the Gophers start with the ball to start the second half. The Greek Rifle, is he getting warmed up? Is he getting used to the speed of the game? Is he getting used to the speed of the game? Possibly, maybe, but they have to let him try to make plays. Let him run. Let him throw that deep ball. No, you got to change you got to have more plays in the offense, more movement. Get that ball downfield. Beautiful play call to Brockington. Throw and catch. There we go. There we go. Big Ten spot. Medea Flugar, Sky Yuma, the little general, Sky Yuma. We finally got a touchdown. The wife of your host comes in and says, Sky Yuma. Ted, Mo Money. That's right, Mo Money. Badgeron, we got a game. You betcha we do. In the old Minnesota slang, Gary, I think the Tanner Morgan era is over. The Greek rifle era has just started, has just begun. All right, well, let him make plays then. Let him try to make plays. He's going to fail, guys. He's going to make a bunch of errors. He's going to make turnovers. He's going to throw the interceptions. We saw that last week when he went in when Tanner Morgan got injured. But let him make plays. Let him try to make plays. This is Big Ten football. You can't win with this slant pass, run inside zone. You can't have two plays in your offensive playbook. Okay, now how aggressive are the Nittany Lions in this drive? How aggressive are the Nittany Lions in this drive? 32 seconds to go. Handoff. Let's stuff it. There you go. Penn State's only got one timeout. I think they run out the clock here. They're seeing if they could bust a run. But we got to remember, Gopher fans, Penn State was moving the ball at ease here in the second quarter. So we got to figure something out. I mean, they're wide open all over the field. Get that clock going. Come on, let's go, roll it. Timeout, Penn State. Their last timeout. Tony, Bucky looked great again for Oregon today. I don't know what he did for Oregon. I'm sure he did look great. That's a killer. That hurt this program. That when we lost Bucky Irving to the Oregon Ducks, that hurt us deeply. All right. Okay. Clifford rolling out. There's a flag. 2 seconds remaining. All right. 17-10, Nittany Lions at half. Gophers need to let the Greek rifle throw the ball downfield and use his legs in the second half. 17-10, Penn State. Ooh, Gary says Kansas State 28, TCU 10. Woo! Kansas State is putting their hurt on the Horned Frogs. That is a shocker. Okay, so we are at halftime. I'm going to get myself something to eat, something to drink. Please come back and join us for the second half. Gophers start with the ball. It's still going to be a huge mountain to climb for the Gophers to compete and win in this game. But let's just see what happens. Come back. I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Thanks for joining us here in the first half. Please join us in the second half. We'll see you then. All right, all right, all right, all right. 17-10, Penn State. My prediction. My prediction for the game was, what was it? 34-17. So we're sort of on target. The Lions. Let's check the other scores right now. What's going on in college football? I hope you all don't mind. I'm going to eat and drink during this halftime and early into the second half. Let's check the scores. Ted asked a question. How are your opposite picks doing today? Not good. I don't think they're doing good at all. I think picking Wisconsin, that was a winner. But I think everything else is a loser so far. I think I had Kansas State too, right? Yep, I had Kansas State. So I got a couple wins. Well, we'll see what the final is by the end of the night. I'm scared to look, to be honest with you. I know I lost 4 right away. Bam, 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 bam. So, not good. Not good. It seemed like going the opposite, George Costanza, it seemed like it did not work. So, I don't know what I'm going to do Tuesday. Don't know what I'm going to do Tuesday. Kansas State still up 28-10. Wow. That's a shocker, man. That is a shocker. Holy snaps. TCU being down by 18 points. And that game is at home for TCU. Wow. Number 7, Ole Miss went down. Let's check on Jimbo Fisher. Let's see how Texas A&M is doing. 17-14, Gamecocks, 17-14. Texas A&M has come back a bit in that second quarter. LSU with a big victory. The Pac-12, Oregon State up 21-3 against Colorado. Oregon Ducks with a huge win. A huge win. Not just for the Pac-12, but for nationally. And what that means, the implications as Oregon marches forward 45-30. 45-30 over UCLA. Stanford defeats Arizona State 15-14. And I still think Dillingham, Kenny Dillingham, offensive coordinator of Oregon Ducks, 33 years old. I think he's going to be the new head coach of Arizona State. I'm probably the only person. Right now, he's on the Arizona State Sun Devils hot board list. I've got Dillingham, number 1. I know pretty much everybody disagrees with me. That's all right. That's all right. Check out some other games. We'll go to the Big 12. As we said before, Kansas State's up big. TCU does have it first and goal. Kansas State's 10-yard line, 42 seconds to go. Oklahoma State wins a thriller against Texas, 41-34. They come back and win that game. They were down a touchdown, 34-27 going in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma State Cowboys outscore the Longhorns 14-0 in the fourth quarter. Texas Tech wallops West Virginia 48-10. We touched on that earlier. Neil Brown, I think he's going to lose his job. And I think West Virginia is going to want to cut in line. They're going to want to cut in line from other schools. I think Shane Lyons he's got to pull the trigger. He's got to pull the trigger. It just didn't work out for Neil Brown in Morgantown. Okay, let's go to the ACC. Pittsburgh, Louisville, tied up at 7 at halftime. Syracuse Orangemen lose a tough game to Clemson. They were so competitive, but in that second half, Syracuse did not score a point in the second half. Syracuse was up 21-10, and they got shut down. Clemson's defense just dominated. Syracuse couldn't get anything going. Wake Forest clobbers Boston College 43-15. Wake Forest's only loss of the season was a very tight loss to Clemson. Wake Forest is legit. Hartman, fantastic quarterback, 43-15. And then the shocker, Duke 45, Miami 21. Not so much that Duke won the game, but how they won that game. 21-0 in the fourth quarter. Duke blows out the Hurricanes in the fourth quarter. Mario Cristobal is hearing the boos down in southern Florida. Elko, coach from Duke, came from Texas A&M, defensive coordinator. 5-3, first year at Duke. I would have never have guessed it. Never would have guessed the job that he's done in the first year at Duke. How did he get this production out of Duke? But Mario Cristobal's Miami team looks like they've never played the game football before. It really is a drastic difference in what Elko has been able to do first year versus Cristobal. Now, that's probably why a lot of heat's been put on Mario Cristobal tonight from Miami, Florida fans. Lots of heat. Deservedly so. And then in the Big Ten, Nittany Lions up 17-10. Ohio State blows the doors off of Iowa. Iowa just looks... That program's in trouble. Think they're going to be better next year? Why? Why do you think they're going to be better next year? I think they're going to need to make a change. They've been with the same crew for 20 plus years, but they need to make a change. Rutgers gets their 4th win of the year. They still got a shot to make a bowl. I know they play Minnesota later this season, 24-17 over Indiana. Wisconsin blows out Purdue 35-24. It was 35-10. Purdue scores 14 points in the fourth quarter. 35-24 Badgers. And Maryland wins a close game, late touchdown, defeat Northwestern 31-24. Those are your scores, pretty much of all the big games. Getting a lot of comments on Twitter of my last tweet. I said Gophers need to let the Greek rifle throw the ball downfield and use his legs in the second half. Let him run. He's going to get hit. He's going to get hit hard. He might turn over the ball. He might throw an interception. We all know this. We expect this. But let the young kid play. Not just turn around and do a handoff, inside zone, trap, runs every play. He's not going to learn anything. TCU just scored a touchdown. And we know that TCU had a huge comeback last week against Oklahoma State. Can they do it again this week? Can they mount that huge, epic come back and win in the second half. We shall see. I would not doubt Max Duggan. The kid is tough. The kid is a competitor. Ted makes a good comment in the comment section. The Ferenc needs to clean house at Iowa, but if he does, his wife probably won't let him through the front door because his son is offensive coordinator, Brian Ferenc. I don't know. That's the tough part about hiring your family, right? Into coordinator positions at a major university. What if things don't go well and things are not going well? This is historically bad for the Iowa Hawkeyes. The offense at Iowa is anybody's offensive coordinator would have been fired by now in any Power 5 program, except Iowa's offensive coordinator because his father is the head coach, and that is not good for the program. And the program's going to suffer for that. Here we go. Start of the second half. Here we go. Penn State kicking off to the Golden Gophers. Do we have a comeback in us? Can we pull this out? Can the Greek rifle get it done here in the second half? Let's see it. Let's see what happens. Gophers try to run out of the end zone, and I like the move. Didn't get very far, but you got to be aggressive. If you want to win this game, you have to be aggressive. Let the chips fall where they fall. I like the play. I like them running out of the end zone. There we go. I like that play call. No matter what happens, incomplete. Incomplete. But I like it. Roll out that Greek rifle. Let Clackamanus roll out, use his legs. Let him get used to the speed of the game. That's going to help him down the road this year if he has to play more. Dial that up, Shiraka. Dial that play up again. That's just really good coverage, Penn State. They're on the Gophers wide receivers. There you go, there you go, there you go. Big tight end, Brevin Spanford. First down, first down. There we go. Throw that ball, throw that ball. Throw that ball. Let this kid play. Let him play. Good patience. They stopped Ibrahim. Looks like a couple yards lost on first down. 2nd and 13, something like that. Throw that football. Let's go. Roll them out again. Make Penn State think. Let them think a little bit. They got our defense confused. Let's confuse theirs, or let's try to confuse them. There you go. He throws it long. Good. Good defense by Penn State. Going for Brockington again. It looks like Brockington's getting some playing time tonight. Good for him. Good thrown football. It was there. It was there. It was just better defense. 3rd and long. Can't really do much here. But I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let the kid play. Should have let him play at the very first snap of the game. Okay, they're blitzing. All right. Got to punt it. It's too bad we can't throw. It's too bad the Gophers don't have a screen pass to their running back in the playbook. But we don't have it. We never had it. We haven't had it under PJ Fleck for 6 years. Oh, anyways. Yeah, I don't think Badgeron is saying that the Iowa's athletic director should go over the head. That's a block punt. That's a block punt. Okay, got a decent roll. Got a decent roll out of it. 35-yard line, Penn State. That's not how we wanted to start the second half. All right? Secondary, special teams, getting a punt blocked. Badgeron, Iowa's athletic director, needs to go over the head of the head coach and fire the offensive coordinator. Yeah, that's not going to happen. As you mentioned, it doesn't have what it takes. The athletic director and Kirk Ferentz, is the head coach, is tight, very close. Barta. Ooh, that's a good running play by Penn State. First down in Minnesota territory. Not how we wanted the second half to start. But, you know, Gophers defense, they couldn't stop Penn State throughout that second quarter. So, looks like we have an injury. Will do. Go Gophers and go Kansas State Wildcats. Love the Gophers helmets tonight. Best Wild Oot. Yeah. Looks like Kansas State, they got it going. 28-17 at halftime. Yeah, I love the Gophers helmets. I wish they wear them all the time, but they don't. Again, thanks for joining us in the second half. If you haven't done so, smash that like button. Subscribe to our channel. Appreciate it so much. Keep an eye on the scores of these other games. There's no action going in the top 25 except for the Alabama blowing out Mississippi State in the third quarter. That game's pretty much over. And you got the TCU game. Tulane, they defeated Memphis 38-28. The Green Wave, they're still going to be in the top 25. They got a shot. They play Cincinnati at the end of the season. Tulane has a shot to get to a New Year's Six Bowl. Plus, Cincinnati has some issues in the quarterback room, some injuries. So here comes Tulane. And again, if we had the college football expanded playoffs happening right now in 2022, it'd be so fun to watch what's going on in those other conferences, right? Can't wait for the expanded playoffs. Can't wait. Hopefully they get it done, and they get it done for 2024. Hopefully we don't have to wait to 2025 or 2026. Not the way the Gophers wanted that second half to start. Yikes. Joey, does the Pac-12 have any chance to make the college football playoffs? Yeah, they got a chance. They got a chance. They need some stuff to happen, but they got a chance. That Oregon, man, They might not lose another game. Now, it's hard to overcome 49-3 loss, even if it is to defending national champions, undefeated, number one ranked Georgia. Ooh, that guy's wide open. Holy smokes. Tell you what, Penn State's pre-snap movement is causing Minnesota's defense all kinds of problems. Yeah, I think Oregon has a chance. Now, not a very good chance, but they've got a chance. And USC lost to 1 point to Utah. They just need things to happen. I mean, I think the biggest question is, I think that hit the turf. That hit the turf, right? That's not a catch. That ball hit the turf. Wait. Even a blind man like me saw that. Hold on. Okay, they're going to review it. I think that hit the turf. Yeah, I think, the problem is Clemson. I mean, who are they going to lose to? And that Pac-12 school probably isn't going to be able to get ahead of Michigan or Ohio State, regardless of who loses that Michigan-Ohio State game. So right there you've got three teams. It's hard for Oregon to get around to elevate themselves over, but they got a chance. It's not over yet. And of course, if we had the expanded playoffs started right now, all these games would be fascinating to watch. We'd be talking about the college football playoffs. And we'd be talking about 30 different teams, trying to figure out how they can make it. It's going to be so much fun when it starts, the expanded playoffs. I can't wait. I am afraid, though. I'm afraid of this game, Penn State going down and scoring. I think it's going to be tough for Gophers to stop them here the rest of the second half. Penn State's got their offense going. They got it rolling. Gophers have been on skates all through the second quarter. Now starting here the third quarter. The defense has been on skates. Penn State trying to get that trophy back in Happy Valley, the Liberty Bell. Penn State also has dreams of going to the Rose Bowl. I mean, if they can't get around Michigan and Ohio State both go to the college football playoffs, Penn State has that chance still to get to the Rose Bowl, right? Ahead of the Big Ten West champion. Whoever's going to lose to Ohio State or Michigan in the Big Ten championship game. So Penn State has a lot to play for. I'm keeping an eye on that start of that Kansas State TCU game. I see Howard has been the backup quarterback at Kansas State. Is 9 of 11 for 185 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Will Howard, the junior backup quarterback, has made some big plays for Kansas State. So I'm going to keep an eye on that game, as hopefully they start the second half here pretty soon. Okay, we got to pick that. We got to pick it. Wow, great touchdown. Terrell Smith got beat. That was up there, man. That could have been picked off. Their guy made the play. Our guy did not. Simple as that. Touchdown, Penn State. Beautiful play. Gorgeous. We have not seen that against the Gophers secondary that much this year. But they got beat on that play. 23-10. Soon to be 24. Boom, 24-10. Now my prediction before the game started, live right here, peek around the corner, was Nittany Lions 34, Gophers 17. So I might get something right here in one of my predictions. I might get the final score dead on right. We shall see it here, peek around the corner. Oh, man. Well, that second half, the start of the second half went completely pear-shaped. It went pear-shaped on us, guys. It went pear-shaped on us. Gophers going to end up in the quick lane bowl, or quick lane bowl probably. Pinstripe, quick lane bowl. Not what we thought. Go ahead, Redding. Run it out again. Let's go, young man. Go ahead. Let's play some football. Let's be aggressive. Run it, baby. No fair. Oh. That's all right. That was deep. We'll do the same. We should need to put our rally caps on. Unfortunately, my head is too big for a hat to be put on my head. Joey. I'm also waiting to see if Michigan and Ohio State have one loss, and very unlikely Penn State has one, or Georgia, Tennessee, or Bama have one loss. What does the committee do? What do we call here, guys? What do we call? Here's Manny Diaz, defensive coordinator at Penn State. He lost his job at Miami, Florida. There we go. Hey. We threw the ball to a running back coming out of the backfield. Penn State had no idea that was in our playbook because we never run that play. Holy smokes. That's what happens when you run more than 6 plays. Once in a while, the other team doesn't know you're going to run something. Wow. Offsides Penn State. Call it on them. We need a penalty on them. Let's go. Don't call it on the Gophers. Come on, we've had about 40 of those. 1st and 5. Come on. Encroachment. There we go. All right. 1st and 5. Let's put some fear in them. Let's go. Now, this is when you take the shot. No, we don't take shots. Gophers don't take shots. All right. That's either 2nd and inches or that's a 1st down. Woo! There we go, Mo. There we go, Mo. There we go, Mo. There we go, Mo. First down. First down. Okay, Mo's starting to warm up. Tony says if the SEC gets 3, I'm done. I don't think they'll get 3 in there, Tony. Tony, you're not going to be done. SEC's not going to get 3 in there. It's just, Clemson's going to get in there, guys. They're not going to lose a game. Today was their last chance really to lose a game. And then, there we go. Deep. Oh. Okay. That's very good coverage by Penn State. Man, they can cover. They can cover. They're jawing back and forth. Jawing back and forth. They're not going to get 3 in there. Clemson's getting in there. Georgia's getting in there. One of the Big Ten teams are getting in there. Michigan or Ohio State. I don't see how the SEC gets 3 in there. Now they will going forward in the expanded football playoffs. They'll be getting 3 and 4 in there every single year. There we go. Oh, that's interference. No, we're not going to get the call. Looks like we're not getting the call. Looks like our wide receiver got trampled on down there, but no flag. That's okay. That's okay. That's the mistakes I want to see happen. Our wide receivers are getting no separation out there against the elite secondary of Penn State. But I like the aggressiveness of Athen early in his career. Later on, he'll learn to pull back. I don't know. I mean, geez, our wide receiver just got annihilated. Look at that. He got held. Oh, God. Come on. He got held. He got held by the waist. Okay. Well, okay, Gopher fans are not happy. Just check the message board. That was interference. Didn't get a call because the Gophers never get a call. Never get a call. And pass. It just doesn't happen. It's just... That's bad. That guy was held by the waistline, and then he got pushed. Couldn't get a call in either one. Now, that's not going to change anything because Gophers' defense is getting annihilated right now, and they have been since the second quarter. Bad no call. Good play. I just love that play. Because if the Gophers defend that little flare out to the running back in the backfield, now possibly that tight end is open down the middle. Gives the quarterback options. Makes those linebackers move. We don't know what's coming. Gophers defense doesn't know what's coming. Look at that. Got pressure, but there was a guy in the hot route, that running back sitting there. Gophers don't do any of that stuff. None of it. Oh. Look at this. Whoops. Coronation. You know Coronation, Jeff Johnson, who runs the Coronation website. Minnesota gets held, then shoved to the ground, ball intercepted, no PI call. It's just typical. I mean, that's being a Gophers, guys. That's being a Gopher. If an Ohio State receiver, if that would have happened to him, it's an interference. Penn State interference. Michigan interference. Wisconsin, hell, there would have been 4 flags thrown on that call. Gopher receiver, nah, they don't throw the ball. They don't, that's bad. It's getting a little hot here in the Gopher by the Grace of God studios. Getting a little hot here. Intentional grounding? No? Ted, Penn State watched the Illini film with some of these play calls. Minnesota's still not defending it. True. Tony, Jeff Johnson's very passionate about his Huskers. Yeah, he's a great follow. Follow him on Corn Nation. They throw the flag. These refs. Interference on the Gophers. Gophers can't get a call, but they call that on the Gophers. While the quarterback's just throwing the ball around. You know. Fleck, you should. That's right. Absolutely getting screwed in Happy Valley. Terrible. Quarterback's throwing the ball away. Receiver probably, whatever. But we couldn't get a call when our guy gets grabbed and then shoved. Take it to him, PJ. Take it to him. Oh, he's holding him. That's a holding call, but geez. Touchdown, Penn State. Thanks, refs. The game's a blowout anyways. Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. For the first time all year, the Gophers absolutely get screwed by the refs. That is terrible. Both sides of the field. Penn State 30. Gophers 10. My prediction of 34-17 is definitely in play, but I doubt if Penn State gets held to 34 points. Absolute blowout. Thank you, Chad. Thank you very much for letting me know. TCU is in the red zone. Here comes TCU. TCU 3rd and 3. Kansas State's 4-yard line. 4th and 1. Kansas State's 2-yard line. Well, they got to go for it. Down 28-17 at Kansas State. TCU undefeated, 8th in the country. This is their moment. Gophers down 31-10. Once again, uncompetitive 3 weeks in a row. There was a bye week in there, so now it's a month. I think there should be a lot of heat directed at Kirk Shiraka. This game plan, this offensive development has been very, very poor. Very, very poor here in 2022. Yeah, we had injuries. Everybody has injuries. Yes, we got screwed on a call. Everybody gets screwed on calls. Gophers more than others. But man, this is not good. They've been manhandled 3 games in a row, without question. Without question. And they better be aggressive in the transfer portal. The Gophers coaching staff better not be listening to my fellow posters at Minnesota 247 and say we should sit on it and not. They have to be as aggressive as possible and hopefully get lucky and hit on a few of these guys. And they need to change that offensive playbook. And if they don't, they will never elevate the program higher than they did in 2019 when they had 2 NFL wide receivers. Should have took it out, young man. Should have ran it. Tony says Gophers look slow, need to recruit more. Tony says the Gophers look slow, need to recruit more speed. Well, their wide receiver recruiting has not been good last 2 years. That's like the number one complaint of the Minnesota fans. Matt Simon has not been able to get any talent in here and develop them. Very unfair calls tonight for the Gophers. Yeah, that was terrible. That was really bad. Not going to affect the outcome of the game, thank goodness. But that was bad. Took a long shot. There is no separation. Clackamanis got hit there. Running back missed the blitz block. Woo! Mo Ibrahim whiffed on his block. Quarterback gets crushed. Completely outclassed tonight. Gophers completely outclassed. Third and, I don't know, was it 5? Tony, is Dylan Wright still on the team? I don't know. I haven't seen him tonight. Another handout. Ibrahim, Penn State knows exactly what's going on. They easily stop it. Douglas Hall. Hi, Greg. Really enjoy your podcast. I follow you even though I'm not on Twitter. Thank you, Douglas. I appreciate your support. And if you haven't done so already, smash that like button. Subscribe to our channel. And share the video with your family and friends, although they're probably not going to want to see me complain all night long about the Gophers. But thanks, I appreciate those comments, Mr. Hall. Gophers punt it. Penn State 31-10. They got the ball 5 minutes to go. And it is a blowout. TCU scores. TCU touchdown. Kendre Miller. Run for 2 yards, 28-23. An extra point will make it 28-24. Here comes the Horned Frogs, keeping all of their biggest dreams alive if they can pull out this victory. Big comeback. 2 weeks in a row, it'd be an epic comeback for the Horned Frogs. Big game. Big game. Oh, boy. Penn State's got the ball again. They got so many more options going on offense than the Gophers do. Good question, right? Tony, is Dalen Wright still on the team? Is that Justin Wally? Is he injured? Because if he's injured, yeah, he's injured. Doesn't look good. Holy smokes, is this a nightmare? Another nightmare night for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. I don't know what's going on with Dalen Wright. He hasn't played, I don't think, tonight, right? I haven't seen him out there. The Texas A&M transfer. I tell you what. The Minnesota Golden Gophers receiver room went from having two guys be first-team All-Big Ten in 2019 NFL draft picks, Tyler Johnson and Rashad Bateman. And we're here sitting here in 2022, and the only guy who developed anything at all for the Gophers is Chris Ottman-Bell, and he's been injured for the last 2 years. It doesn't even matter. He can't play. And he was recruited, and he was a recruit very first year, 6 years ago, by P.J. Fleck when he committed to Western Michigan. When P.J. Fleck was Western Michigan's coach, P.J. Fleck comes to Minnesota. Chris Ottman-Bell decommits from Western Michigan, comes to Minnesota. Where are all these other receivers in the last 4 years of recruitment? Nothing. Nothing's going on in that wide receiver room. And let's just put an exclamation point on the point. Why would a wide receiver come to Minnesota? Why would they? Why would they transfer here? They're not getting the ball, right? There is no diversity in this offense. It's a recruiting nightmare right now for the Gophers. Penn State is starting to gash the Gophers defense. Tyler Nubin with another tackle. Tony, Penn State has a real chance to make a New Year's Six Bowl. Yeah, they got a shot. They are gashing the Gophers defense here. Tony, Gophers really missed Jack Gibbons. Yeah, Jack Gibbons was he was with the team 1 year, and he was our best defensive player. Transferred from Abilene Christian. He was fantastic. He made so many plays last year. And quite honest, let's talk about last year. Gophers were 9-4. They won the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. It was an unbelievably disappointing season last year because the Gophers were so much better than their record. They couldn't throw the ball. They couldn't throw it a lick. It was worse last year than this year, and this year's bad. So there it is. 3rd and 1. First down, but Gophers defense not giving up. Some hard tackling on the inside. Penn State taking it to the ground. What's going on in the TCU game? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Kansas State's got the ball, 2nd and 8 at TCU's 45. 28-24. Kansas State. I don't think there's any other real close, competitive, important games going on right now. Let me know if there is. Let me know if I've missed something. But TCU, Kansas State. Kansas State 28, TCU 24. Fourth and 3. Nittany Lions trying to put this game away. Louisville, Pittsburgh tied at 7. Thanks, Mr. Hall. Penn State gets the first down. It's been all Penn State. Athens, Clackamas, the future of the Minnesota Golden Gophers quarterback is 4 of 15. 83 yards, 1 interception. Wide open. Gophers secondary is absolutely confused. Touchdown, Penn State. And my 34-17 final score prediction is not going to come true. Not going to come true. Once again, your humble host is wrong on a prediction. I mean, I had the right team winning, but final score is not going to come true. 37-10. The Gophers absolutely shredded. They don't even know what's going on defense. And I'm going to put up a tweet that people are not going to enjoy. However, it's got to be said. And there it is. Everything Gopher has been outclassed tonight by everything Nittany Lions. Just a complete... Oh, I got the wrong score. I'm sorry. I got 37. 38. Woo! 38-10. Joey says this has been a disappointing season again for Penn State because they need to take the next step. Yeah, there's probably a lot of pressure on Franklin to beat Ohio State. But man, that Ohio State team, that's the number 1 team in the country. But we'll see what happens next week. That's at the shoe, right? That's at Ohio State. Okay. Inside handoff to Ibrahim. Ibrahim has 77 yards rushing. His streak of 14, 15 games in a row, over 100 yards, that could be broken tonight. That could be stopped tonight. Nittany Lions look like a 10-2 team that will get them to the Orange Bowl. Possibly. It all depends how Syracuse finishes the season. If Syracuse can go 10-2, they'll probably get that Orange Bowl slot. But who knows? A lot of variables involved in all that. Every Wednesday or Thursday, usually it's on a Wednesday, we do an updated bowl projections. We do an episode. We take Brett McMurphy's Reporting Action Network, his bowl projections, and we do an episode on that. Every Sunday, which is tomorrow, every Sunday at about 1 o'clock, we do a rapid reaction to the new top 25 poll, AP poll that comes out. And pretty soon we'll be doing a rapid reaction of the conference playoff committee's rankings on a Tuesday night. We'll be doing that pretty soon because that's going to be starting to happen. But in regards to the top 25 this week, nothing's really going to change in the top 10 except for Ole Miss, number 7, and UCLA, number 9, will probably move out of the top 10. Texas will probably get booted out of the top 25. Wake Forest might get to the top 10, maybe 11. Tulane's going to stay in the top 25. Cincinnati's going to stay in the top 25. Tony, is it Big Ten's year for the Orange Bowl, or am I making it up? They can make a... No, there's a chance I think they can get to Orange Bowl selection. I don't know. There's probably a day I used to know all this, how these bowl ties ins, and it's all going to change again in a couple years when the expanded playoffs comes in. I know at one point during the year, in regards to the Brett McMurphy projections, there was a Big Ten team projected to go to the Orange Bowl. In fact, I know the Orange Bowl committee has gone and watched a few Big Ten games during the season. So I think there's a chance for a Big Ten team to go to the Orange Bowl, but it definitely is not like an automatic thing. That's my interpretation. Looks like the Gophers hockey team, men's hockey team, just lost to North Dakota in overtime. Athletics, Dinkytown, Minneapolis. Gophers hockey lose to North Dakota 5-4. Although the goal is under review for goaltender interference. So we thought we were the favorites to win the Big Ten West. Unbelievable regression. Gopher fans not happy tonight. I've already looked at the message board. It's gruesome. The throw is wide or high or whatever. Athan Clackamanis, if he's the future, he's got a lot of work to do. He's got skills, but he's not ready. He was not ready for tonight. Rebecca Salisbury, I know the score is lopsided, but what's the verdict on the young quarterback? Is he the quarterback of the future? I don't know what to say, Rebecca. Don't know what to say. I don't think he's ready. Before the game started, I said I didn't think he was ready. In practice, he doesn't look ready. He doesn't process the field very well. He's got a strong arm. He's athletic. But the game moves way too fast for the young man. I think Gophers have to be aggressive in the quarterback transfer portal. But I mentioned that in the message board, Minnesota 247, and I got clobbered by just about everybody because they don't want anybody competing with the Greek rifle because that might put them off or whatever. But you got to bring in older talent. Got to see if you can hit on some guys like the Washington Huskies did with their transfer from Indiana. So I don't know. It's depressing. There's the wide receiver room is just incredibly thin. Not good. Not good. The recruiting in the wide receiver has been poor. Very, very poor. But we did not expect, we expected the Gophers to either win the Big Ten West or challenge it. They were like second or third in the votes from the Big Ten press. But this is really bad. This has got to be one of the most disappointing Gopher seasons in a long time because we always lose anyways, right? We lose. So there's no expectations. PJ Fleck comes here and the program gets elevated. Great season 2019. Goes 11-2. Last year was disappointing, 9-4. We wouldn't normally say that at Minnesota, but last year was disappointing. We got the least amount out of that team we possibly could have. That team was good. I mean, he did everything right, but couldn't complete a forward pass. This year, same thing. Can't complete a forward pass. It's just utterly discouraging. Rebecca says competition breeds champions. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bring somebody in there. Third and 9. Let's let the young kid throw it downfield. What is he, 5 of 20 or something? And let's be honest, you know, it's not like he's throwing the receivers that are wide open. They're all just blanketed. It's just 4th and 3. What are we doing? What are we doing? A 4th and 3. We're going to the Wildcat with Cole Kramer. Wildcat, 38-10. 4th and 3. Mo Ibrahim, first down, Gophers. I think they're trying to get Mo Ibrahim 100 yards. He's at 90. He's had like 14 games in a row over 100 yards. Mo Ibrahim is a fantastic college football player. Think about how well he plays when everybody knows the Gophers are going to run and they can't complete a forward pass. Just think about that. In his career at Minnesota, he's been absolutely spectacular. He's the man. He is the man at Minnesota. Much respected throughout the Big Ten. If he was on Ohio State Buckeyes, this kid would be a team that could pass. Oh, man. That was a great tackle by number 33. Badger Ron, can't wait. Can't wait for the Axe game. I think I can wait. We got the Axe. We don't want to give it up. Wisconsin, Minnesota, the most played rival in all of college football. That's a good throw. Good run by Brevin Spanford. That kid ain't going to give up. He's an NFL player. We just can't get him the ball. Can't get number 88 the ball enough. There goes Ibrahim. There goes Ibrahim. What a run. And that signifies the career of Mo Ibrahim. Gophers down 28 points. And look how that kid plays. Look at him. Look at that. One of the greatest college football players that's come along in Minnesota in a long time. And anywhere in this country. "15 straight games with 100 yards, ties the longest streak in the last 25 years. Congratulations, Mo Ibrahim." He's getting stacked up there. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Disappointing for Mo Ibrahim. He comes back. Chris Ottman-Bell comes back. Tanner Morgan comes back. All these guys have been around for so long. And they end their careers with probably the most disappointing Gopher season in the last decade. At least the last decade. Touchdown! Athan Clackamanus. Touchdown. I think that's his first touchdown pass in his college career. Gophers. They get the 17 points I predicted. It's too bad Penn State's got 38. (38-17). My predicted score was 34-17. Nittany Lions. Woo! Man, this is exhausting. Week after week. Watch party Gophers. And they can't compete. They cannot compete. Well, this game's winding down, thank goodness. They haven't been close. The first watch party was Michigan State. The Gophers won. I don't know what the score was. Like 34-7. And it wasn't close from the very first play of the game. It was all Gophers. These 3 games have been all Purdue, Illinois, Penn State. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry I haven't been able to bring you more competitive football games. But that's how it is in Minnesota and Golden Gophers. That's how we are. That's how we've rolled for the last 6 decades. We haven't been to a Rose Bowl since, 1962? Woo! Okay, here we go. TCU has taken the lead. 31-28 over Kansas State. Holy smokes. And it looks like they're driving again. Kendra Miller, 120 yards. Duggan, 256 yards passing. 3 touchdowns. Again, thanks for joining us here at the watch party, Gophers watch party. As for the 3rd game in a row, the Gophers were not competitive in a Big Ten football game. But before you leave this game, please smash the like button. Okay, subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Please do so. Okay, and I won't even share. I would normally ask you to share this video with your family and friends. Don't even share it. Don't even share it. It's been that bad, okay? Been that bad. But thanks for all you for joining, all your participation, all the great comments. And a lousy game. Thanks for sticking with us at Peek Around the Corner. And a lousy Gopher football game. Don't know what the Gophers are going to do the rest of the season. Honestly, I don't even think it matters. I mean, other than development of some young guys, but they're playing a lot of guys who are not going to be here next year. Can go right down the list. Tanner Morgan, who's out tonight with a concussion, but Tanner Morgan will be gone. Mo Ibrahim will be gone. Treson Potts will probably be gone. John Michael Smith, our best football player besides Mo Ibrahim, who's going to win the Remington Award this year as the best center in college football, he's going to be gone. Our left guard, the transfer from Michigan, is going to be gone. Some of our linebackers are going to be gone. Our safeties, Howard and Tyler Newburn's probably going to go to the NFL. They're going to be gone. Terrell Smith is going to be gone. And who do we got in back of them? I don't know, because we're sure not playing them. So Gophers are in big trouble next year. Big trouble. I'm not shy to say it. We say it like it is. We say it like it is at Peek Around the Corner. Gophers are in big trouble. This program is dead in the water right now as we speak. Now, maybe I'm wrong. But this was the year. Last year was the year. And it didn't happen. And now you see the wide receiver room. The wide receiver room. Fatso Flugar, your humble host, could probably go, 54 years old, could probably go and get a few snaps. The wide receiver room is that weak. Quarterback. The running back situation, we do have a true freshman, Zach Evans. Yes, he's the same name as the guy who was running great at Ole Miss, but different player, true freshman. He looks fantastic in practice. The running back room is always good at Minnesota. But, you need more than that to win, to compete at the highest levels of the Big Ten, and we just can't seem to put it all together. That 2019 season when the Gophers went 11-2 and came that close from going to the Big Ten championship game, that seems so far away from us now. That feels like 50 years away. 50 years away from us. Because this football program is dead in the water as we speak right now. No question about it. Not because of this game, but that Illinois-Purdue game, Gophers got outplayed, out-schemed, out-talented, just weren't even in the game. That says a lot. Tony says the Gophers crossovers next year will be the Buckeyes, the Wolverines, and the Spartans. I don't know. Don't think it matters at this point. The Rutgers game later this season, that's going to be a toss-up. We shouldn't be favored against anybody. Just look at it. It's very scary, to be honest with you. Going into next year, this Gopher team is not going to be predicted to compete anywhere near the top. They'll be at the bottom of the Big Ten. Penn State, Ohio State next week. Big game. Big game. That's going to be a fun game. Let me see what... let me look at the schedule for next week. Ohio State, Penn State at noon, Fox noon Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Central Time. Ohio State, Penn State, huge game. University Park, Pennsylvania, Beaver Stadium, Happy Valley. Gophers, onside kick. They get aggressive here with 8 minutes to go in the game. You should have been aggressive when you got the interception to begin the game. Come on, Fleck. That was terrible coaching. Just terrible. Terrible tone setter. What is this? Big bomb touchdown TCU. They're showing the highlight when they took the lead at the end of the third quarter. Woo! Penn State, Ohio State. 11 o'clock at 12 Eastern, noon Eastern. Illinois, Nebraska. Illinois looking to keep going in the Big Ten West. Kentucky, Tennessee. Michigan State, Michigan. That's going to be a blowout. Wolverines are going to crush them. Not a whole lot of big games next week, to be honest with you. Utah Utes, Washington State. That should be a good one. Oklahoma State, Kansas State. Should be a good one. Notre Dame, Syracuse. Syracuse at home. That's a big game for the Orangemen. Big game for the Orangemen. To try to get that Orange Bowl spot or another New Year's Six spot, they need to win that game at home against the Fighting Irish. We got 7 minutes to go in this game. We're trying to wrap it up. Penn State's backup quarterback throwing darts. First down. Nittany Lions. High snap, big gain, could be a touchdown. Touchdown! Penn State, Singleton. What a beast. What a beast. That's a true freshman, ladies and gentlemen. That's a true freshman. Penn State is wearing out the peak around the corner chalkboard. 45. Well, it's going to be 45. We're going to put it up. 45-17 Nittany Lions as they get ready for next week's big game against Ohio State Buckeyes. So the Gophers on national television for the first time this season get absolutely spanked 45-17. Let's please, I beg you, run out the clock. Run out the clock. Don't have Ibrahim in the game. He's at over 100 yards. Just run out the clock. Get this over with. The whiteout has just crushed the Gophers. Crushed them. Outclassed in every way. Tony, Greg, I'll see you in Detroit. I'll see you in Detroit for the bowl game. Yeah, we're going to the Quick Lane Bowl. I mean, this is depressing, ladies and gentlemen. This is depressing. 2022. I got my Gophers thing on here, but it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. Boy, these are not competitive games. Gary Singleton, TD. That guy's a beast, and you're going to have him for 2 more years. That kid's an NFL football player. Probably right now the kid's a beast. Yeah. And you know what? We don't even have, as a Gopher fan here suffering through this, we don't even have the 2023 season just to look at and dream about, and because they haven't produced it yet. Hopefully that comes soon. It's supposed to come real soon. The latest they said was the first week in December, but they could wrap it up by even next week. This is depressing. This is depressing. I understand people are leaving the chat. I don't blame you. But ask your host, who's worked so hard to give you some entertainment on this dreary Saturday night. I got to be here until the end. But before you do, smash that like button. Please subscribe to our channel. Don't share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Thank you so much for coming. All your great comments. Appreciate it. We're near the end, folks. We're near the end. We're near the end. The end, my friend. That was by the Doors. This is the end. You guys are too young to know that, so too young to know the Doors. It's a party. It is a party in Happy Valley. Penn State outclasses the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Man, oh man. Douglas Hall, University of Toronto is AAU. Would Big Ten consider them for number 8 in hockey? I don't think so. I don't think so. I just don't think it would work. To me, if they would have considered Toronto, I just don't think that's going to work. I think Big Ten's looking to expand, of course, in hockey. I mean, Kevin Warren has said so. I would be very surprised, very, very shocked. Very shocked. It's a whole different system up there. They would have to correspond to the rules of NCAA and the hockey, and it's just two different animals. I know I've had discussions before with people. I don't think anyone's expecting that to happen. Big pass by Clackamanis to Michael Brown-Stevens is completed. Good catch by Michael Brown-Stevens. The nephew of Johnny Legend, the singer. If you didn't know that, you probably did know that. If you don't, he's the son, he's the nephew. Ted, to have a Canadian team, a change would have to be made to the NCAA Division I. Yeah, I don't know. I used to. Yeah, I know there's quite a few hurdles. I just don't think it's going to happen. Potts bounces it out. TCU scores another touchdown. TCU 37, Kansas State 28. TCU looks like they're going to remain undefeated, although there's still time left in that game. But man, oh man, they've scored the last 20 points of that game. No, it was 28-10. They scored the last 27 points. Yeah. See, Penn State, no need to talk about it, but Penn State kind of knows what we're doing almost every play. They just crashed down the guy. Simple inside zone offense, inside zone running offense needs something more than an inside zone play to make it work. We just don't have any other plays in the playbook to make it work. Rebecca, ASU and hockey. Again, I don't see it happening. It could. I mean, far better chance for Arizona State to join the Big Ten in hockey than it is for, Toronto. Arizona State got the new hockey arena, Mullet Arena, which definitely needed to happen before they would be invited to the Big Ten. I know Arizona State and the Big Ten have a relationship. During the pandemic season or during the season afterwards, Arizona State and played all their games against Big Ten schools. They weren't a conference. They weren't in the conference, though. It was just unusual scheduling because Arizona State was having a hard time scheduling with anybody else. So they've worked together on stuff like that. Again, there's a lot of Big Ten alumni in the Phoenix area in Arizona State footprint. But does it actually happen? Arizona State become the 8th school? In men's hockey, or I would doubt it. I would doubt it. The other thing we got to look at when it comes to hockey is the Big Ten would like to have a Big Ten women's hockey conference, hockey league. Right now, there's not enough Big Ten schools that sponsor a women's team. So it's the WCHA is the league that the Big Ten teams play in. And that used to be what the men's league was as well, WCHA. Very famous hockey league. So, if schools if there was more advancement and growth in women's Division I hockey, I can see the Big Ten Women's Conference finally forming, but we're not quite there yet. How many teams have how many Big Ten teams? I think it's 4. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's 4. Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio State. Definitely Ohio State. They won it last year. They were the national champions last year. Ohio State women's. First time they won the national championship. So 4, I think. I could be wrong. Maybe there's a 5th, but I don't think so. And you need 6. You need 6 under the NCAA to form a conference. You need 6 sponsored schools, teams. Tony, on the plus side, the quarterback played in the most hostile environment in the Big Ten. The next road game will be easier. Yeah, I guess. I guess you're right, Tony, but I'm just so discouraged because it's not all about the quarterback. I mean, the wide receiver room is so thin. Not good. The wide receiver room is not good. Way below average. And the playbook. So I'm very discouraged. I can't climb out of it, guys. I can't climb out of it. Tomorrow morning I'll feel better. But not tonight. Not tonight. Ted, the Illini athletic director, Josh Whitman, still wants a hockey squad. He had the backing of the Blackhawks, but the pandemic happened. That's correct. Chicago Blackhawks paid for the feasibility plan for the University of Illinois to check in and see if it would work. They had a plan all ready to go, but the pandemic blew a big hole in that. And right now, the Illinois does not have a plan to sponsor a men's or women's Division I hockey team. Gary, I'm not in the business of starting rumors unless I have some intel. So, won't be starting any TCU to Big Ten rumor. Don't think that's going to happen. Rebecca, yes, it was a whiteout game. Not many teams do well in that game. You're correct. It's just, it's the accumulation of events, right? Illinois, Purdue, these are teams, Gophers have been beaten. Although Minnesota lost to Illinois last year as well. But Minnesota's handled Purdue quite easily, and then Purdue handled them quite easily. No, I think we're seeing something pretty serious here. The decline of the Minnesota football program is happening right in front of us. Penn State's running hard. The backups are in. We got 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Let's wind this game down. Kansas State has to punt again. TCU. Wow, now that's a winning team. When you can come back like that, back-to-back weeks, and just blow out your opponent when you get down like that, man, you've got something. You've got something special happening. TCU, West Virginia, next week. I already got a request in. Let me see if I can find that for you. I'm going to find that, guys. I'm going to find something. Let me see. Here we go. Let me show you this. Here's a comment here. Watching this as recorded on Friday. I did a live show. A couple of comments. First, if West Virginia and TCU both win this weekend, go ahead and start practicing your Country Roads rendition for your post-Halloween show. Okay, so basically what that means is on this show, if you have a request, if you request that if your team can beat a top 10 team the next following game, if your team defeats a top 10 team in the next game in an upset, you request that I sing your team song or your theme song or your fight song, and I will sing it here at Peek Around the Corner. I did it last week. I sang Rocky Top. You can find it in the episode, 75. Let me find the episode for you. If you want to have your ears bleed, go to episode 75 at Peek Around the Corner where I sing Rocky Top because that was requested before Tennessee defeated Alabama. So next week, if West Virginia upsets top 10 TCU, I have to sing Country Roads here at Peek Around the Corner. So if that happens, make sure you bring your earplugs. Okay. How many years has PJ been at Minnesota now? Seems like they should be better than when he got there. Well, PJ's done a great job, Rebecca. He has. Minnesota is a very difficult place to win. As you can imagine, the most northern school in all of Power 5. It's just a very difficult place for it's very difficult to have a winning football program. University of Minnesota. But he's done very well here. Very well. It's just this year's a huge disappointment. Last year was not good. Last year they went 9-4. And I'm telling you, it's a crime that they went 9-4. That was an 11-2 football team. I don't want to spend much time right now, but that was just... So they've been very good under PJ Fleck. If he left the job today, he would leave it a lot better than what he got it. So he's been an outstanding coach. The problem is this has been PJ Fleck's worst month as the head coach of the Gophers program since he's got here. We're not going to shade the truth here at Peek Around the Corner. Now, his job is not in jeopardy. It definitely should not be in jeopardy. It's not in jeopardy. No matter what he does for the rest of this year. But he's going to get some heat because this has been very horrific last 3 games for the Gophers when they were expected to win the Big Ten West. Remember, they were ranked in the top 25 this year going into that Purdue game. And they got beat bad by Purdue. They got beat bad by Illinois. They got beat bad by Penn State. So even at Minnesota, our expectations are a little bit more than that. So that's why the heat is on them right now. Here comes the trophy. The trophy's being... congratulations to Penn State. You get the Liberty Bell. Again, the Gophers trophy case becomes a little bit more empty at the University of Minnesota at the stadium. It's a blowout. Penn State 45, Minnesota 17. Thank you all for joining us. There it is, the Governor's Victory Bell. I keep calling it Liberty Bell. Whatever. Take it. It's yours, Penn State. Go grab it. Go grab it. Go grab it. It's all yours. Again, until next time, from all of us at Peek Around the Corner to all of you, please, you all take care of each other. Thank you so very much.